Good morning, everyone. I'm back.
It's a beautiful day in this neighborhood, a beautiful day for a neighbor. Would you be mine? Could you be mine? It's a neighborly day in this beauty wood, a neighborly day for beauty. Would you be mine? Could you be mine? I have always wanted to have a neighbor just like you. I've always wanted to live in a neighborhood with you, so let's make the most of this beautiful day. Since we're together, we might as well say, would you be mine? Could you be mine? Won't you be my neighbor?
Welcome in, everyone. Happy Monday. Here we are on a brand new week, energized, ready to go. We have our favorite beverage. We have our coffee. We have all of our friends here in chat. Thank you so much for being here. We have Tiger Cub 366 re-upping the sub. Thank you, Tiger. 5 months, the Michigan Wolves. Glad to have you here. And of course, all the rest of you neighbors, whether you are neighbors from America, from Europe, from Asia, or even from my fellow provinces of Saskatchewan and British Columbia. Welcome all in, everyone. Good to see you on this happy Monday. Mr. Laptop Hound, ready to get the show going. Yes, neighbors, lots to go through today, but of course, we got to look how beautiful of a day it is in our neighborhoods. In Edmonton, Alberta, right now, we are sitting at a lovely 12 degrees Celsius. For those of you in, other places that don't believe in Celsius, that's okay. It is okay. It is 54 degrees Fahrenheit for you. I've done the conversion. Yes, we are expecting a little bit of rain today. So Mr. Rogers will make sure he has his rain jacket on if he goes outside to walk the dogs. Yes, he will. In Kansas City today, we're going to be experiencing about 75 degrees. So a little chilly for you guys in Kansas City. And you too will be getting some rain tomorrow and on Thursday. So have that rain jacket ready when you walk your dogs. And in Braunschweig, Germany today, home of our good friend Don't Cut the D-Block Dragon, it is raining as well. So we have something in common today, neighbors. Rain, 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 rain. Go away. Maybe we can all become Fred Astaire and start dancing in the rain. Maybe we can do a collab video of us all dancing. It is 15 degrees Celsius, 13 degrees Celsius in Braunschweig, Germany, just south of the manufacturing center of the Volkswagen car company. Yes, a little bit of education for Mr. Rogers today. Oh, we have to dip into the mailbag today. Let's dip into Monday's mailbag. Today's letter is from the Royal Canadian Mounted Police. For those of you unfamiliar with the Royal Canadian Mounted Police, or RCMP, they are our federal police division up here in Canada. Wow, I did not know they were big fans of the show. Let's see what they have to say. Dear Laptop Hound, Mr. Laptop Hound to you, RCMP, it has come to our attention that as a streamer with a semi-mediocre sized, minuscule audience, we have received a series of complaints. Oh, what a shame. Is it my viewers? Is it people in my chat that are getting complaints against them for not appreciating certain former pitchers in the baseball world? These complaints are targeted at you because you seem to have an obsession with one specific baseball player who has now contacted our offices in Ottawa to issue a restraining order against you and any further comments about he or his family on future streams. If you are unsure with what a restraining order is, please contact Warbot, who also has one from the Tony Suck family, which has been renewed for the third straight year. I will do that. Thank you. Thank you, RCMP. I'm so glad I have someone to reach out to. So in future, please refrain from mentioning Roger Clemens again. No worries, no worries. I will not mention Roger anymore, and I apologize to Roger and his family. Also, we have looked into your Canadian content, and we feel you are underneath the threshold of 15% that our government requires. Please add more Canadian content. Otherwise, we may have to intervene and remove your stream from Twitch. Oh, thank you. I love receiving letters from everyone across this world, neighbors. So I will oblige. I will leave Mr. Clemens alone. I will reach out to Warbot and find out what his restraining order is about. And I will attempt to put more Canadian content into my streams. In fact, I've got a little for you today. Should you wish to come to Canada in the near future, there are certain terms you need to know because Canadians speak a little differently, than the rest of you guys. So, first word is Canuck. Well, anyone in the neighborhood know what Canuck means other than the hockey team? Because that is one reference to the Canucks, who are currently going to be in the NHL playoffs starting next week and may face the best team in the entire world and planet, the Edmonton Oilers. Canuck is an NHL hockey team, but is also a nickname. Yes, neighbors, it is a nickname to describe Canadians. Some might be offended if a non-Canuck calls them a Canuck. So maybe save that to impress your friends at home with your knowledge of Canadian slang. You want to impress that next date that you have? Say, hey baby, Canuck means Canadian. Yeah, very impressive. So please use that word sparingly and for impressiveness purposes only. The next word, neighbors, is washroom. Washroom is a term that, citizens like Nersha Benko, Exto Foras, we've got Rojo Vancouver. We also have Tessuigi, Cavacom. I'm not sure, though, if Cavacom uses this word. We'll have to check with them. But many Canadians, when they have to relieve themselves, they go to the washroom. We say washroom. That's where we do our business, in the washroom. Some of you use loo, some use bathroom, some use restroom. But up here in Canada, if you choose to come visit us, please use the term washroom. As in, excuse me, waiter, I have to go to the bathroom. Sorry, I'm new to Canada. Can you please show me to the washroom? Yes. Next up, hoser. Now, some of you may use hose for a different reason. Some of you may sprinkle water through your hose. Some of you may water your lawn. Some may fill your swimming pool with your hose. Canada, hoser basically means, hillbilly. If your buddy calls you one, it's said with love. Like, hey, EVC, you hoser. It's said with love. Ezra Denny, you hoser. It's said with love. But you definitely don't want to be throwing that out randomly to strangers. If you come to Canada, Don't go into, our Timmy's and say, "Hey, hoser, I'd like a double-double, please." You may get a visit from my friends, the RCMP. It dates back in the 1980s, a Canadian skit on SCTV featuring Rick Moranis and Dave Thomas, known as the Bob and Doug McKenzie brothers. They came up with the term hoser. And if you ever want to check it out, just go to YouTube and type in Bob and Doug McKenzie hoser, and you can see one of these great Academy Award-winning skits from Bob and Doug. One of the best movies, you might want to check out their famous blockbuster movie named Strange Brew. Yes, hoser. And I say that with love. And one more word if you come to Canada. Us Canadians up here, neighbors, we like to use the word kerfuffle. Do you know what a kerfuffle is, neighbors? Do you? Well, it's a fun word because in our neighborhoods, we like to have fun. But it is a bad situation to be in. It is not fun as in, ooh, I just pulled a perfect Eddie Collins. Not that kind of fun. It means to get into a fight or scruff or some other commotion. It's like before you get to the brawl, you have a kerfuffle. So please, when you come to Canada, if you want to avoid meeting my friends, the RCMP, stay out of a kerfuffle. So thank you for the letter in the mailbox. Thank you for pushing me to do more Canadian content. Please head to the washroom. We'll be back to start the show in 2 minutes' time. Mr. Rogers welcomes you all to the neighborhood. All right, welcome back in, neighbors. Welcome to Laptop Hound here on a Monday, and Cubs fan Steve gets a gold star for incorporating as many of the Canadian terms in and helping my Canadian content. Hey, hoser, take me to the Canuck kerfuffle after I go to the washroom. You were so close, Cub fan Steve. Just one word short from making it a perfect 100%. And speaking of perfect, we'll talk about Cub fan Steve and perfect a little bit later. Good to see you guys here on a Monday. Hope you're rejuvenated after a restful weekend, ready to take on your work week. Again, Laptop Hound streaming Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays here with my coffee in hand and my washroom break completed. All right, let's continue on. We've got the giveaway going on. Yes, the early birds have already put in their ticket request, exclamation ticket, exclamation enter, if you want a chance to win 5 packs on this beautiful rainy Monday morning. Word of the day is kerfuffle. The more you use that word and spell it correctly, the more you are Canadian, eh? Welcome all in. All right, so many things in chat. Haven't had a chance to read through it all. I'm sure there were a lot of jokes. Just remember, the RCMP are watching. Just keep that in mind. Okay, what else do we got going on? Look at all these tickets. What, you guys want packs? Well, speaking of tickets and packs, new content always comes out with OOTP on Thursday. We may see something in the next day or two because of a special occasion in Major League Baseball. You may know what that occasion is. I don't know if there will be a card or cards that come out for that specific player on that day, or whether they'll leave it until TWIPT on Thursday. Last year for Jackie Robinson, what they did is they released one of every level of cards. There was an Iron Jackie, a Bronze Jackie, a Silver Jackie, Gold, Diamond, and Perfect. And the way that they released them is you could get the Iron, Bronze, and Silver in packs. So they were packable cards. The Gold, Diamond, and Perfect, you could only get through completing missions. Now, whether that changes this year, we don't know. We don't know what they are planning in terms of the Jackie Robinson release. But if you do have some packs, if you're getting packs from drops today or tomorrow, maybe hang on to them. Wait to open them until the Jackie Robinson card or cards are released. And again, that could come before Thursday, or maybe they do a special set for TWIPT on Thursday. So Jackie is on his way, folks. We know that. And last year, almost every Jackie was playable in some sort of format for a very long time. The Bronze Jackie, the Iron Jackie, the Diamond. Maybe the weakest one was the Gold Jackie that kind of played the least. But the other 5, man, they were solid cards. In fact, the Perfect one, chat, you can remind me if I'm wrong, but I think the Perfect Jackie was meta second baseman from mid-April until like the Immortal set came out. Very close to that, which might have been mid-October to late October-ish. So May, June, July, August, September, we had a Perfect Jackie that kind of was the meta card for 6 months. So will we see that today? Well, he's got to be better than Chase Utley, right? He's got to be better than Chase Utley. Will he play anything other than second base? Well, if they do release more than one Jackie, chances are you'll get a left field Jackie or a third base Jackie. But it's always the Perfect one that seems to play pretty good in this game. You can't tell if Spore is happy. Yeah, I think he's like, wait until they find out how many Tigers are coming out today. That's his look. It's like, yeah, wait until the Tiger releases today. So yes, we've had some great cards. We've had the International Asia set. We've had the April breakthrough kind of players. A lot of dead ball cards early introduced. We had the Babe Adams come out recently. Very, very good pitching card. And of course, Albert Pujols came out last Thursday. So stay tuned to Thursday for that. Let's get on to the bounty. For those of you that have a spot open in the bounty, it is ID 121. 121. Let me repeat that. Uno, dos, uno. 121. Here are the restrictions. If you decide to take the deal and enter the tournament and play along with the rest of us, if you eliminate me from the tournament, you will receive 5 packs. However, you must follow these rules. I'll keep it very simple for you. For those of you playing on Go, you cannot draft anyone with left field, center field, or right field on the front of the card. Now, they can have eligibility there. It just can't be their primary position. And pitcher-wise, you can only draft starting pitchers. No relievers, no closers on the front of the card. So make it pretty simple for you guys today on this April the 15th. ID 121, perfect draft. It's a 10-minute draft. You only have 10 minutes to draft. Please declare in the chat if you are entered in with your team name like Tiger Cub did there. And let's see what else we got. While we're waiting to do that, I got a few Helm Biscuit requests, and we're going to get to that. We'll fulfill those Helm Biscuit requests a little bit later on once we get through the bounty. We can do one now because the RCMP did not give him a restraining order on this gentleman. So, hey, give it up for the one, the only.
Plus, it's the last inning. Our guys are winning. Dave's put down a smoker, a strike, and you got no doubt. What do you want?
Big Steve.
Let's play ball. Okay. Today. Let's play ball.
We're talking about right-hander Dave Steve. Dave Steve. Dave Steve.
Steve.
So thank you, TB. Let me see, make sure I get it right here. TB8488, redeeming your Helm Biscuits for a little bit of Dave Steve love there. I will not talk about Roger Clemens. Don't worry, RCMP. I know you're listening. I know there's a bug somewhere. No Roger Clemens. Also, big shout out. This one's coming from Minerva and from the whole community. Big shout out to FKN Commish yesterday, who streamed for, close to 10 hours, I believe, more than 10 hours, raising money as he does a few times a year, playing different games, playing OOTP, providing his community with EMLB, with lots of entertainment, and the time and work that FKN Commish puts into an online league. And he's done so for several years. This league has been going on for 20 years plus, and the Commish took it over at some point, but he's been running it for a long time now. And congratulations on your success yesterday, FKN Commish. That comes from Minerva and the rest of the community. Also, thanks to the follows for Wolfnuck. Do not confuse Wolfnuck with a Canuck. Wolfnuck is a tougher. He's the protector of us Canucks. He's the Wolfnuck. Wolfnuck. Thank you for the follow, Wolfnuck. Thank you, Dub_City. And also from I'm a Gobbledong. Is that Dutch or something? Is that some sort of reference to the Netherlands? Warbot, help me out. I'm a Dobblegong. Or did I just incriminate myself by saying that? I'm a Dobblegong. Thank you for the follow. I'm a Dobblegong. And of course, Tiger Cub 366, thank you for re-upping your sub. As I mentioned earlier, one of the great managers, the Michigan Wolves, if you ever come across them, OOTP25, they were one of the top managers last year. So let's get this draft done because I may be out of time already. I see what you guys do. Use your Helm Biscuits before I draft. Okay. No outfielders on the card and only starting pitchers. So I can't take Baby Doll. I'm taking King Kelly. You can't stop me. King Kelly. Let's take Tommy Thomas. Let's take... Robin Roberts. Oh, yeah. Remember, the rules are if you're in the bounty, you cannot draft left field, right field, center field as the main primary position on the card. And you can only draft starting pitchers, not relievers, not closers. If someone can post that into the chat, please do that for those that may not know the rules. Lu Hung. Lu Hung. No RCMP. No, I'm not issuing death threats here. I'm pronouncing baseball names as best as I can. We love the RCMP up here in Canada. They protect us, not as much as Wolfnuck does, though. Okay, draft lap, draft. Okay, dude. Everyone needs a dude, right? That's universal language. Dude, and dick. Dick, dude. We got a dick and we got a dude. Oh, did I just draft a reliever? Oh, man. Dick, sorry, buddy. You're on the sidelines. See? Chat's distracting me. No Dick for lap. Darn it. Denis. We can take Denis and we can take Bobby Matthews. Ron Darling. Ron? Bobby. Congratulations, Esper Corn. Esper Corn. Is that a sweet corn? Up here in Taber, Alberta, Canada. Corn capital of Alberta. We love our sweet corn. Esp Corn just finished the Honus Wagner mission. Congratulations. That's a pretty good card. Oh, Esprit. Oh. Love is in the air. I am loving Espress Corner right now. Cheers to you, my friend. Enjoy your espresso, as I always do with my Nespresso Corner. You have Espresso Corner. I have Nespresso Corner. Okay. Again, distracting me. AJ and Milt. I'm probably going to run out of time here. Bert as a shortstop. I got to find people that can play in the outfield. And Steve. Rich Reese. Sam, can you play outfield? No. Travis? No. But we'll take George. Got to make sure I get 11 pitchers at least. Starting pitchers. Michael, you can play many positions, and we'll take Lee. Whit, you can play many positions. And another pitcher, I want Dan Quisenberry. Let's take my second catcher, Nola. After my cat named Nola. I do have a cat named Nola. Nola, Nola. Nola. Picked her up from a litter a few years ago. Her name was Nola. Nola, Nola. You're welcome. Please leave tips in the hat on the street corner. Okay, 6, 8. Outfielders. Liriano. Where's all my live guys that can play outfield? Oh, I have to pick 5 here. Jack, Steve, Elvin. There's only 5 to choose from. I got to take all 5. Well, this is going to be fun, folks. Submit. Okay, I'm going to exit out because I don't want to have to redo all these changes. Okay, we are full, 16 out of 16. Go back in now, see if I even have enough outfielders. Aaron, Aaron Nola. She dressed like a Philly. No, I can't go any further than that. Okay. Let's see. Oh, I do have a full lineup. I did get some players that can outfield. Okay, make sure I reserve Dick. Dick. Where are you, Dick? Come on. Don't try and sneak in there. Everyone else on the front of the card should be a starter, but I'm going to double check that because when they put players in your bullpen, they automatically put them to RP. So just double check on the card. It says relief pitch or starting pitcher, starter, James Baldwin, starter, Lee, starter, Bo, starter, Francisco, and Alvin. Okay, good. My pitchers are good. And now let's see if I've got two at every position. Here is the moment of truth. Did Lapp get enough outfielders? Yes. Thank you to Nola. Nola, Nola, who can play many positions. So we're going to put you as backup catcher. My second baseman and my catcher saved this team. Good. Let's go into strategy. Default, put that on. Let's put the 5L strategy because I do so well with it. Except we're going to crank that down. Keep that the same. Keep that the same. Starters, less time. And I guess I only have 10 pitchers. What's up with that? Okay, can any of you guys... Oh, the download is in, folks. The download is in. At this point, if you're still in your draft or in your game, please go back in. And now you need to make sure all the changes you made took, especially if there were any players you had to bench. If you drafted any left fielder, center fielder, right fielder, they are not allowed to play. If you drafted a relief pitcher like I did, he is not allowed to play. Like Dick Lines. See, Dick keeps trying to sneak in. That's the third time. Dick, you're not allowed to sneak in like that. So please, just like I did there, you got to double check if there's anyone ineligible. Please bench them. Strategy, see, that didn't work either. So let's go imports. Let's go with the 6L this time. Openers, I like to put that in just in case any kerfuffling goes on there. I know, Josh. Like, he's sneaky. That Dick is sneaky. Third time he tried to sneak into my lineup, trying to sabotage things. He's trying to cause a kerfuffle. Dick. No kerfuffle, Dicks. Does it give his birthplace? Where was he born? We don't know. We don't know. Okay, back to fix this up. O'Neill for Nola. Nola, Nola. Yep, sorry guys, you're going to be humming that all day now. I apologize. Please do not call the RCMP. I'm in enough trouble with them. Here are your bounty round one matchups on the left side of the brackets. We have Minerva's Chicago Skull Hearts. They're taking on the Bees. Next up, we've got the Alexandria Safe Zone. Sounds like a Mr. Rogers kind of thing. No Razor and the Safe Zone are taking on those Swamp Rats, those professional baseball experience Swamp Rats. Go Bears, go. Go Bears, go. Next up, we have the home of the Braves. Sportsmen 44 are taking on the EMLB Sundown Sloss. Go Montreal Expos. Go Montreal Expos. We will update you on the Montreal Expos AAA affiliate soon. And finally, we have the Herscher Comets run by blah, 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 blah. Something my students used to say to me many times. They would say, blah, 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 blah. History's important, kids. Stay in school. And the St. Louis Browns, old Dillano, who was first in the chat today, I believe. Old Dillano 45, receiving those bonus early bird biscuits. Not biscuits, channel points. On the right side of the brackets, starting from the bottom up, we have Ezra Denny and his Starfleet red shirts using Blue Jay Ricky Tiedemann as their ace. They will be going up against the St. Paul Lil Mowers and P. Baker. Next up, we have those Little River Hounds by Cody_K. Another big EML beer, I believe, with the Pittsburgh Pirates. I believe he's involved with that organization. They'll be taking on the 72s, the 1972s. What a year. 1972, hippies, hard rock, classical music. And in many places of the world, what were those? Zip, what are the papers called? Ziplocs? No. Zip ties? No. Zips? What are those things that people that rolled their own cigarettes, where you lick the end of it and you put in your own tobacco in 1972? Come on, zip something. Zap, zaps. C. Whitman, Wildcat Bandit. We're in bronze finals together right now. Is that one of the quicks? There you okay. RCMP, I did you a favor. There you go, RCMP. All right. Do I get a little bit more leniency with Roger Clemens? We just outed a few people here. Careful. All right. The trap was laid and they just jumped into it. Next up, we've got Bob Stiller invented them. They must make them still. It must be around. I know my grandmother bought her own tobacco and lit in cans. Players tobacco. She bought in cans, and she would have those zigzags and zig, zip, zaps, whatever they are. And she would be, lick them. Be like, that's like licking an envelope. Ugh. How can you lick an envelope? But it saved her money, apparently. She liked to do her own rollies. She even had a little machine. You stuff the tobacco in the machine, and then you put the little zigzag or little hollow cigarette filter, whatever it's called, the thing that holds the tobacco, and she would put the tobacco in and push it down, and then just go like a credit card machine to the past, and it would fill up that tube. You'd be sitting down there all day doing that, watching the Blue Jays. I'd be a little kid, and that's all I'd see is Grandma watching the Blue Jays, making her cigarettes for the week. N-O-L-A, NOLA. All right, we also have Washington Park Rangers, Sean Soul, 10, taking on... Who's he taking? Oh, did I see something there? Did I see Sean? Love is in the air. I'm not going to mention his name in case I get into trouble. I haven't completely read the restraining order yet. But Sean, thank you for taking a chance on a 75 rated silver former Toronto Blue Jay star. You will be taking on the Tiger Cub 366, Wolfman 56, Michigan Wolves with Jack Flaherty as the ace. And finally, we've got my team with Tommy Thomas, Robin Roberts, because, alliterative names just rock and roll. So we've got Tommy Thomas, Robin Roberts going up against the first bounty possible claimer here, the Combinator Boomsticks, the Boomsticks 4, which may be Asheville Boomsticks. Let's go make sure they are compliant. The Combinator Boomsticks, Halliday. Nick is good. Epa would be good. Tanner is good. Boof, Roy. Oh. Is it okay to love two managers at once? Sean and the Combinator Boomsticks. You're torturing me. Torture. I did not get the opportunity to draft this guy. Dylan G, Blue Moon, Bucky. Bucky, are you a starter? You are. And Bob. All right, you're compliant there. Let's see if you're compliant with the hitters. Colt, Gunner, Fernando, Buddy. Yeah, I think you're pretty good. Well done. Did you have to draft any, or did you have to bench anyone? No, you did not. You did not make a mistake like I did. Okay, so you will have the first shot to take me out. After that, it'll either be the Wolves and the Rangers. So again, like I always do, I just like to check the next couple teams to avoid me from doing it later. Steve Huff Glaze is a starter. Dixon is good. Boof, Larry, George, starter. And the other team was the Wolves. Starter. Good. Boy, you guys all, how come he says closer, this guy here? Aber. Oh, no, he's a starter. No, he's good. He just sees your closer in your bullpen right now. Luke is a starter and Shaw is a starter. Okay, let's check out. Make sure you don't have any drafted outfielders. Double check the Wolves. DH is fine. Yeah, DH is absolutely okay. Randall. Thomas. Yeah, looks good. And one more, the Rangers. Mel Ott, third base. Good pick there. Christian Walker, first base. Impressive. The Bees did not have to bench anyone, it looks like. Neither did the Safe Zone. Home of the Braves, the Skull Hearts, Combinators. 2 benched for the Comets. Blah, 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 blah. Popophile. I had to bench Dick. Little Riverhounds, no one. Shin Su Chu benched by the Wolves. So 1 player short going up against those Washington Park Rangers. No one there. Little Mowers. Browns. Red shirts. Ezra's got a full team, which is something you don't often see. We have another eclipse this week. Ezra has a full team. All right, good. We're ready to rock and roll on the Bounty. We'll be back to continue on in 2 minutes' time. Bounty Game 1 should be in. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. After a little bit of tunes and the break, we are back to continue on. So a few OOTP announcements here. Again, just want to make you aware, if you're a stat nerd, if you love your stats, if you want to do more research, if you want to look things up. Again, I am not sponsored by StatHead. I do not get paid by StatHead. If you use my code, I do not receive anything from StatHead. Just it is the main kind of tool that I know the baseball reference cards that came out last year. Spora uses a lot. I know OOTP promotes it, so why not? If you want to learn more about certain baseball players or different sports teams, StatHead Baseball, 1 month free trial. If you sign up, you get the first month free. And then if you get the annual subscription, you do not pay $160. No. You save 20% off, or you can get the one sport option where you can pick baseball and you save 20% on that $80 a year. Let's see, 80 times 2, $16. So for $64 for a year, you can subscribe to StatHead Baseball and find out all these interesting things. Look up things for your theme team. Find out which players played with each other. So comprehensive on StatHead. Again, 20% off using laptop, capital L, capital H, pound. You want to save a little bit of money. And big announcement yesterday. I want to shout out and give a round of applause and a cheer. Any of these managers in chat right now, any managers here, take a bow.
Yes.
Take a bow. No, you guys are all what? Eating caviar and on a tropical island somewhere because you made Perfect League. Well, these are the very first Perfect League managers for OOTP24. So let's give them a shout out. What is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I got to recount here. Come on, lap. 24 teams. 24 teams in the inaugural Perfect League. And in the inaugural Perfect League, we have Maple Madness. We have Roman A Day. We have KK Fitz. Be Jammin'. I Smack. Con. Tiny Domehead. Sorry about that. Clavet 2. Sorim. Jim Bowden. We all know Jim Bowden, one of the best tournament players, one of the best PT Live players out there, always at the top of the leaderboards. Congratulations to Jim Bowden. We've got the Santa Barbara Golden Gophers. We got Purge Win. We got, Kazarak. Kazarak, who I know followed me on YouTube. I think that's where he got his start in this game. Kazarak, I want a 10% cut of anything you get in Perfect League. If I led you to start playing this game, I want my cut. I mean, RCMP. No, I did not. I did not say that, RCMP. I said congratulations. Make your cut deep in Perfect League, Kazarak. Chico and the Port Royal Sparrows, Albany Senators. We got the Webster Grove Supercells. Go Cubs, go. Is that Cubs fan Steve? D-Block, help me out here. Is that Cubs fan Steve? Was that the team that was in your Diamond League with the Wichita Eagles? No, it's not you? Okay. We got the Strickland Propanes. We got the East Troy Trojans. We got West Hartford Max Oysters. We got the Philadelphia Snowballs. We've got the Gaudy Garden Gardeners, Chargin Bison, and we've got the Madison Mohicans. So congratulations. We also got a request to put emote only chat on in the chat right now. So spam those emotes. Give some love to the first 24 teams to make Perfect League. Remember, they've got new rules this year. If you finish in the finals of your Diamond League, you're going to make it up to Perfect League. I don't know how many teams get relegated from Perfect. Maybe that's going to be a work in process. I would think there'd be more than 24 at some point. But yeah, if you make the finals in Diamond, you get some perfect points and you go up to Perfect League. Okay, yeah. D Block had mentioned that he thought Cubs fan Steve went to the Perfect League, so it's just another Go Cubs Co team that made it there. But Steve, you're gonna make it there, buddy. You're gonna make it there. Come on, take that team to perfect. Someone in the community. No one in the community is here. No one in the community is in Perfect League right now. Dad Metalbot. Did I miss Dad Metalbot? I thought Dad Metalbot had made it in. Maybe not. Again, so these might be. Oh, there it is. There, the Lake Otters. Yeah, Dad Metalbot missed them. They made it in. So congratulations, good luck, and we will find out Sunday because Dishnet will be on streaming the World Series. It usually comes on around 5 to 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time by the time we make the finals, and he will stream the two finalists from Perfect League starting this Sunday, where you can get your drops as well. So big week ahead with Jackie coming out, with new content coming out on Thursday, and of course with the first official Perfect Team World Series being played on Sunday. All right, the 5 and 6L update. Here is your 5L update. The lower level leisure lounge fires off 9:20 a.m. in the morning, Eastern Standard Time. And right now we have the Mill Basin Yankees with an 11-point lead, or 11 points in the lead for the 5L. No one really running away with it. Here you can see all the first place finishers, including EVC, including D King, 395. The Hoosman has a win there. The Mill Basin Yankees with back-to-back wins on April 5th and the 6th. Lakewood Lumber Company, often on the channel here watching. They have their first win. We got Caged Wisdom with a second place finish. Archer. So yeah, a lot of familiar names up there. So I just have a fourth place finish in this one. So again, we're halfway through the month. At the end of the month, we will determine who our overall leader is. They will get 20 packs for doing the best overall in the tournament. And someone in the top 4 will get a pack, 5 packs as well. In the 6L, I have a little bit more success in that one. Well, a lot more success. I got 2 second place finishes. I've got a first place finish. So the Rocky Mountain Gladiators, are currently in the lead. If anyone was in last night's, I was not able to get into the tournament last night. It filled up before I could enter it. So if you could send me a screenshot of the final 4 finishes, who finished first, second, who lost to the winner, who lost to the runner-up. If you could send me that on Discord, not here, please, because I'll lose track of it. But if you can go over to my Discord or DM me, please do that, because I need to add their names to it, because I do not have access to the file if I'm not in the tournament. So we've also got the Mill Basin Yankees, who have a win there. We have Spores Detroit Lions, who have a win. We got Macabre Shea, so that's Macadcar's team for OOTP25. We got the Halos, we got Sant'Angelo, Dr. Tiger, we got Beetle Boy, and there's D King again. So D King is one of the only teams to have a victory in the 5L. I think he had a victory here. There it is, yeah. And a victory in the 6L, along with the Mill Basin Yankees. So yeah, very competitive. Again, same thing at the end of the month. Whoever is at the top of the leaderboard will get 20 packs, and we'll do a draw from one of the random top 4 finishers for 5 packs as well. So again, this one fires off at 9:20 a.m. Eastern. So you want to get in within the first hour or 2. And this one fires off at 9:20 p.m. Eastern. So 12-hour difference. Set those alarms. Get in. Just not too early, okay? Because I got to get in too. There's D King in the chat. Good to see you. Congratulations on your success so far. And you knocked me out the other day in round number 2. So thank you for that as well. Make sure I'm not missing anything here. Look at those Lone Gunmen by Hero Driver. Yeah, you got a different name this year, so I keep forgetting that you're the Lone Gunman. Okay. In the 5L, Lone Gunman. Well, you're not in the top 10. Oh, there it is. Second place finish. The lone gunman right there. And in the 6L, do we have the lone gunman anywhere for Hero Driver? Again, huge fan of the Texas Rangers, Corey Seager, Charlie Huff, Mr. Parrish. All right, moving on. Again, I don't know why I have this card in here. Oh, I think these have all been pulled. I think that's why I put this on. But Spore, if you're still in the chat, I don't know if you've checked recently on the LEs, if you can give us an LE update when you have some time. I know I saw the 22 out of 25 in fire polls. I think we're getting very close to no more Don Newcombs in packs. So if you're looking for the Don Newcomb, you might have to get him on the card shop because I think all 25 have been pulled or very close to being pulled. Shout out of the stream. Every stream, I like to shout out one of the affiliates. And today I want to shout out Cavicom. There he is in his Blue Jay t-shirt as he usually is wearing on Saturday. Cavicom, Cava, we can't cover you up. We can't do that. There you go. People need to see you, Cavicom. So Cavicom streams OOTP23, 24, 25. He does some wrestling, 2K23 or 2K24 wrestling. And he is on typically most of Sunday. Want to shout him out because he did win a World Series yesterday with one of his perfect team or one of his teams. I don't know if it was 23 or 24, but he went over 10 hours. Both he and the commish were on for like over 10 hours yesterday. And he did win a World Series with one of his teams. So shout out to Cavicom. Go follow him if you haven't already. Shout out Cava. One of these streamers that does not make the stream about himself. He's so humble. He's so forgiving. He's so humorous. He's so spontaneous. You never know what you're going to get with his pack openings. Sometimes it's one card after one card after one card. And other times it's one card after one card after one card. So you never know what you get with the Cavicom stream. Yes. He rips packs slow, just like Dr. Dynastic does the dynastic dance when he pulls a diamond or a perfect, sometimes even a gold, and he dances over his card. And like 15 minutes later, he shows you what that card is. Reminds me of a Cava opening packs too. He likes it slow. Cava likes the slow approach. All right, emote only chat is now off. The 10 minutes are up. Thank you, Koch. Chavo 88. Shav. Thanks, Shav, for using your ham biscuits. But Doc will let that perfect quiver for like I said, he lets it quiver. Okay, let's go do our draw. Exclamation enter, exclamation ticket. You better get in before I close it off here. If you haven't entered yet, we're about to close it off. 5, 4, 3. Thanks, Tactile, for posting the 6L results. Thank you for that. Okay, we have 70 entries. 70 entries for our first giveaway here. Congratulations go to, here's the drum roll, Machia Pets, Machia. Every time I say that, I think of those things you can grow grass out of someone's head. Those, those fads from the 1980s and 90s. Chia. Machia Pet, congratulations. Even though I may have sent packs to you before, if you can send me a whisper with the perfect team username that you want those packs to go to. And if I do not hear from you in 5 minutes, we'll redraw a name. So you got 5 minutes. You got to be here to win. So hopefully Machia Pet is still around. I'll give out another warning, a 2-minute warning later on. All right, what else do we need to do? Let's go back here. Back over here. Tomorrow is part of our show. Tomorrow is the Matrix Day. And again, with the new partnership that OOTP has with the Hall of Fame, Baseball Hall of Fame, I've incorporated that into my Matrix series this year. So what we do is I take the wheel and I spin to find a Hall of Fame pitcher and I spin to find a Hall of Fame hitter. I add them to one team, and then I also take one of the newly released Twipped players. So it'll be a card from last week, and we introduce that card to the game as well. Maybe we have a surprise for tomorrow, though, because of a special occasion. No one sponsored this week's Matrix series, so usually if someone sponsors it, I let them pick the players. But because no one sponsored it with the Helm Biscuits this week, we are going to spin the wheel to see who our Hall of Famers are. So let's do that. That is complete. There will be other giveaways later. So in the Matrix tomorrow, the Hall of Fame pitcher will be, as we spin Jim Palmer, Addie Joss. Addie Joss will be part of the Matrix tomorrow. And we need to find out who his playing partner will be as we spin Ron Santo. Ron Santo, in honor of Cub fan Steve, who is my longest subscriber. Well, actually, no, not longest subscriber. Not first subscriber, because I've had people that subscribed first, but not renewed it. Cubs fan Steve is dedicated to the Hound, and I thank you so much, Cub fan Steve. Let's find out who Addie Joss's teammate is going to be. It will be one Cal Ripken Jr. All right. So we're going to see Cal Ripken Jr. playing with Addie Joss tomorrow. And we'll also add one of the Twipped cards from last Thursday, I believe. I think that's how we're going to do it. I believe so. All right. Also, the new update for the PTCS. Every Monday, you can check the standings because that's when they are updated. So if you want to see how you did in your tournaments last week, you simply go to your start area, click on Show Tournaments. I'm going to spam an iron here quick. And you go to tournament rankings, and every Monday morning they should be updated. So if I look at iron and go to the total from April 1st to the 5th, or if you just want to look at the last week, you can go from April 8th to the 14th. Remember, top 10 finishers will get perfect points if you finish in the top 10 weekly. Jason Tinkerman, the Hoosman, Mawiffin, Vector, Grabster, EVC, and NYC. When did he become a top iron player? Recount. Beckdog, Coach, Koosh, Cruiser. Those are your top 10 finishers. They will receive some perfect points. They probably already had them added to their account. And I do not get, it's tough for me to enter the dailies, and you need to enter the dailies to get in on these. So I do not envision myself making a lot of PTCSs until they add more dailies, because they fill up less than an hour. I went to go enter the late iron last night, and it was full within 20 minutes. 64 teams, it was full. And I'm like, what? I'm here 30 minutes after it fired, and it was full already. So yeah, unless I'm very diligent and set alarms for every single tournament, I'm not too worried if I don't get into the PTCS. So be it. I'll focus on the perfect drafts and try to get in that way. But for iron and bronze, I find it very difficult to get in a lot of those dailies. Sometimes I can get into the cap ones, but I'm not really a cap player, so I'm not really an expert on that. I'd love to get in the early bronze. I know if I ever do get in, usually I have some success in that one. But again, it's like 5 o'clock in the morning my time or something. Okay, the game just crashed, so that's why I'm just refiring it up. So hopefully they will, and I'm sure they will, they'll bring in some more iron and bronze dailies, or they'll change the time around. You won the double, Brent, the double something historical. Iron's crazy to get in, yep. Naspace, welcome in, Naspace. Good to see you, my friend. Thank you for bringing the crew over. And I did get your Whisper Machia pet. Thank you. So the 5 packs, the early bird draw, have been claimed. Okay, well, let's go back and see if we can take a look at some of these rankings. A break is going to kick in, so if you get ads, those are going to kick in for you. But I'm just going to talk right through it. So if you're a subscriber or you use your Prime subscription, you won't get those ads. But we need to move on here. Let me check bronze. Who are our top bronze players last week? Jim Bowden, BBQ, M the Bow, Macabre. Congratulations, Macadkar. Zion, Twan, LX, the Hoosman again. 2 in a row we've seen him in the top 10. There's Macadkar, 2 of his teams in the top 10. Grabster and Louiser, the Blind Squirrels. EVC just missing out in 12th place. Mr. Audit's there. Hawk Moon is there. Tactile Neck. There's Mr. Black doing well. Gorgo. Izadafo's there. Tactile Neck 3. What's wrong with Tactile Neck 2? Are they not good enough? Huh? Where's Tactile Neck 2? There's O's Bones, D Block at 72. Heath Dog at 69. And there I am, Laptop Hound at 95. So I'm hanging in there, even though I can't get in many of the bronze dailies. Still right next to D Dempsey there. All you got to do is qualify. I don't really care about what rank I'm in. Just got to qualify. So those were our top finishers of the week. And overall for bronze, again, you just want to make the top 128. You got a few weeks left to go. You got till May the 5th. That's the deadline. So still lots of time. 3 more weeks before the cutoff time. And let's see if I can see. Here I am, 51st overall for the cycle here. All right, let's check out a couple more. There's a lot of silver players in here. Who are our top silver players last week? Go Cubs, go. Wheeze, Stoltzfuss, Memza. Congratulations, Memza. We are Marshall. Old Delano. Hey, Old Delano. First one in the chat today. Round of applause. Silver. KK Fitz, Jimmy 2 times, Skep, and the Bremerton Bremerlows. Canados, my good Canadian friend living overseas. Welcome in. Thank you for re-upping with the Prime subscription there. Canados, Captain Kegleg, also re-upping the sub, 7 months. Good to see you, Captain. I don't know if you saw it, but for the Matrix tomorrow, we spun the wheel, and it's going to be Addie Joss and Cal Ripken Jr. in the Matrix tomorrow. Yeah, that should be a fun one. Oh, and Naspace raiding over, and Naspace says, Lap, when I raid over, I want you to pump me up with some classical music. Well, Naspace, this one's for you. And boiled egg, that is your 2:30 wake-up call. Boiled egg, wake-up call, 2:30. Where is Kitty Poo Poo? Come on. Usually two people show up. Kitty Poo Poo and my good friend, at least for now, Boiled Egg 1974. It is very close to Mozart. If you listen by tilting your head a little bit and holding out your hands like this, it's very close. Yeah, very classical music. What else? D King giving out a community sub. Thank you so much, D King. Oh, a lot of you guys. Welcome back to the Dog Pound. Thanks for the gift subs.
Crying all the time. You ain't nothing but a hound dog. Crying all the time.
The hype train has left the
No,
building.
you ain't
The
ever
hype
caught
train
a
has
rabbit
left
and you
the
ain't
building.
no friend of mine.
And, you know, for all of our sci-fi fans out there, TX Jenks, big sci-fi fan, Star Trek, Star Wars, Star Trek, Star Trek, Star Trek.
Shut up, Spock! It's worse than that. He's dead, Jim. Dead, Jim. Dead, Jim. It's worse than that. He's dead, Jim. Dead, Jim. Dead.
It's life, Jim, but not as we know it, not as we know it, not as we know it. It's life, Jim, but not as we know it, not as we know it. Yep.
They're Klingons on the starboard bow, starboard bow, starboard bow. They're Klingons on the starboard bow, starboard bow, Jim.
There you go, Star Trek fans. Whether you're a fan of the original series, Next Generation, Deep Space Nine, Voyager, Discovery, Picard, you know, Star Trek 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. I don't think anything beats The Wrath of Khan. That's got to be the best Star Trek movie ever. Although I did like Nemesis. I'm a fan of the Nemesis Next Generation movie. And Picard was a great series too. So thank you, TX, for putting that out. And again, we've got cats. We've got Star Trek. We've got clapping and applause. We got to have a little bit of dogs. Who let the dogs out?
Who let the dogs out?
You did,
Who
Pops.
let the dogs out?
Pops let them out today.
Who let the dogs out?
Pops, Longoria.
Who let the dogs out? See little speedboat head up, I'll go. She really wants
Chill vibes only, did.
Get back, get back,
Chill vibes,
get back.
chill vibes, chill vibes, chill vibes, chill vibes only. All right. You may need some restraining orders there, Pops Dongoria and Naspace. You may need some restraining orders against certain individuals in the chat. I know some RCMP members if you need me to hook you up. We can get that arranged. I don't want there to be a kerfuffle. No kerfuffles, please. Hype train, level 1 achieved. Woo, choo, choo. We've reached the Saskatchewan border. We've never crossed it, but we've reached it. All right, Lloydminster, Saskatchewan. Half the city is in Alberta. Half the city is in Saskatchewan. True story. True story. Right on the border between Saskatchewan and Alberta, there's a town, half in each side. Really strange. All right, let's go take a look at perfect drafts and the top 10 this week. Congratulations, the perfect point winners for the daily draft. Duke Sant'Angelo, Dr. Tagger, who we see in our drafts quite a bit. See him in the 5L, 6L. Pride Month, Kana, and the Cleveland Spiders. There's Warbot, number 3 in the daily draft. Cash Considerations, Mr. Audit, Morge Mio, Skep, Bahoot, Dr. Donahue, and XC Runners in the top 10. There's EVC again, hanging around the top 10. Fussmuckers there. Leo Remus, D King, 395. Probably D King, a lot of these are your 5L, 6L, right? Because the 5L, 6L, they qualify for this. So if you do well in those two tournaments, you can make the PTCS for the drafts. And heck, EVC went far in the daily draft last one, so anyone can do it, right? Anyone can make it. Anyone just got to make it. Top 128. Tactiles there. I don't know if I'm even on here. Am I in the top 128? I don't know if I was for last week. Spores hanging around 116, EVC 122. That was just for the specific week, but if we look at the overall period here, again, we're a little less than halfway through the rankings. See if I can find my team here. Lap. Where are you? Number 77. I like it. 77. Hype Train level 2. Oh, man, level 2. D-King giving out a couple more community subs. Well, man, D-King, I'm rooting for you now. You got to make the PT. Have you made the PTCS before, D-King? For daily draft? That's probably my favorite to make because it's pure luck on the cards that you get. You don't have to own the card. So I love the PTCS daily draft. So thank you for that, D-King. And Michael HMIV1. Sounds like a record music store we had in Canada. I think they had in Britain too. HMV. Are you? If anyone British here living in Britain? Do you still have that record store, the music store called HMV? Michael HMIV wants me to give out a toast, a community toast, sending out a cheers. He wants me to send out a cheers to America. How do I send out a cheers to America? To all of you Americans out there, sporting the red, white, and blue, proudly singing the national anthem, going and supporting your favorite American baseball team. This one's for you. On behalf of Michael HMIV. Cheers. Go Canada. All right, let's move on. Let's move on and find out what's going on in the bounty. Yes, more giveaways coming up later, guys. I finally got in the bagels and schmear for tomorrow, so I'll have to do that off stream. Looks like I've been eliminated. What? What? No, not yet. Not yet. So big shout out. Thank you again, Captain Keg Lake. Thank you, D King, for giving out the gift subs. For those recipients of the gift subs, enjoy the ad free. Enjoy the emotes that you get by getting that gift sub. And if you ever see those gentlemen in chat, D King and Captain Keg Lake, thank them. Well, the bounty has been claimed. The bounty has been claimed. Jeff, thanks for the bits there, Jeff. Jeff likes trains. You know, often he's going dancing on the trains. You know, some people like dancing in the dark. Jeff likes dancing on the trains. Sorry, Jeff, I could not play a little more upbeat music for your cheered bits, but I just lost 2-1, and the Combinator has already defeated me 3-1 in the bounty. So Combinator Boomsticks, congratulations. I will use that name that is shown there. Boomsticks 4. Boomsticks 4, they claim the 5 packs from the bounty. 8-2, I win 9-3, 5-1, and 2-1. Buddy Lewis is the MVP of the round for the Boomsticks. Well, let's go check out the rest of the tournament here. In round 1, it is 2-2 between the Skull Hearts and the Aw Bees. The Rats swept the safe zone. It was not safe. The Rats infest the safe zone. Also, the home of the Braves sweep the Sloths. That doesn't happen very often. 9-1, 10-2, 8-2. GT Sundown. What happened? Holy smokes. The Braves rocked it. 2-2 between the Comets and the Browns. I, of course, lost my series 2-2 between the Wolves and the Rangers. Dave Steeb and Dave Steeb. How are the two Dave Steebs doing in this series? Can't see them yet. I don't think they've pitched. Are they going up in game 5? Washington Park sending out Dave Steeb in game 5. 3-0 for the Little River Riverhounds, defeating a Fussmucker 3, 4-2, 4-2, and 6-1. And the Red Shirts with a full team, Ezra Denny, will sweep St. Paul Lil Mowers 11-1, 7-6, and 5-3 for the Red Shirts. This guy is your MVP of the round. Well, bounty has been claimed, so everyone else left in the tournament is still playing for the in-game packs. Good luck to the rest of you. We may check in on that a little bit later, just to see who makes it to the final there. All right, stop. Go back to my slides. So yes, keep entering your dailies, keep entering your daily perfect drafts, your weekly perfect drafts, as we're just about half of the way through the next PTCS cycle. Well, time for the team report, folks. First of all, my teams. My main team, the Rocky Mountain Gladiators. Last week, they made the finals in Stone. This week, they made it to the Final Four. Yes, the Rocky Mountain Gladiators go to the Final Four. This is not my packs-only team. This is my regular team. 4-2, they lose to the Bel Air Orioles. So we do not make it to the finals for 2 weeks in a row, but they will move up because the top 4 teams now advance. The regular season does not mean you advance up to the next level. You have to finish in the top 4. So you got to do well in the playoffs for at least a couple rounds. So the Gladiators will be making their way up to bronze this week. Also, just wanted to shout this out because a certain fellow affiliate is going to be on with me tomorrow. Tomorrow we are back in the classroom, and D Block and I have some good content for you tomorrow. For you beginners out there, those of you that are just learning how to play the game, we're going to bring you some more key things that you should be doing as a new player. So join us tomorrow, 1 p.m. Eastern. D Block will be here, and we'll be going through our next tutorial series here. Our tutorial team, the Lap D Block tutorials. I'm not even managing it really. It's just kind of from the few packs that we've opened up. We made the Stone wild card, and then we won the wild card, and we lost in the 5th game of the division series. So here's basically our tutorial team with a bunch of scrubs thrown together, and we almost made the conference finals. So we will stay in Stone there. We do not advance. Packs only. Yes. If you have to go to the washroom, please use the washroom. Packs only, packs only, packs only. Anyone a packs only team here? Come on. Give some love to packs only. Let's see it. Come on. How many of the 110 packs only team are currently in the chat? Well, I see 1, 2. Got to be more than that. Stop what you're doing right now. I don't care if your boss said, get this work done by 3 o'clock. Stop what you're doing, and in the chat, let us know if you're a packs only team. 110 of you. All right. Jeff's here. Dr. Greenleaf joined this week. Johnny P7. That's what I like to see. IDOB. Captain Kegleg. Oh, well, maybe if you were driving, maybe I can give an exception if you were driving. Unless you were working and driving. or drinking coffee. If you're drinking coffee, you can wait. Wait until you savor that flavorful coffee. All right. So we did that. So we gave out the early bird. So now we're going to allow you guys to enter into the pack ripping because we're going to rip some packs a little bit later. If you want to fill out the Google form, really easy to do. One of you needs to put in exclamation MON, and that will bring up the Google form. Fill out the Google form. It'll take you less than 5 minutes. Captain Kegleg, maybe reach your destination first. This will be up for a while. So you've got maybe half an hour to fill it out. And there it is. D-King. D-King was first in. There's like a 10-second timeout, so it won't bring it up every single time just to avoid the spamming. But there's the form there. Bill Do _1. Oh, Bill Do. It's individuals like you that put a smile on my face. I got to find it on my main screen here now. Bill Do. Where are you, Bill Do? Bill Do. Bill Do, do us a favor. Tune in tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern. Don't Cut the D Block, Dragon and I will be giving you some beginner tips. The chat will help you out as well because there's some very knowledgeable people in chat. It's a tough, that the question that you posed is very tough because there's so many roads you can take in Perfect Team. And it's impossible. It'll drive you nuts. You'll go insane trying to go down every single road in Perfect Team. So Don't Cut the D Block, Dragon and I, every Tuesday, we kind of give some beginner tips and we baby walk you through baby steps. So you don't get too overwhelmed. Because if you try and do everything at once, you might walk away from the game because it gets pretty intense. So we'll give you some tips tomorrow on some of the early things you should be doing with not only tournaments, but with league play, with cards that you pull in packs. So yeah, tune in tomorrow. It's going to be a good lesson tomorrow. Damp, good to see you, Damp. Damp, I had the fortune of catching his stream last night. D-Block, if you're still here, can you give a shout out, please, to Damp? Damp is starting to get involved more in Perfect Team. He played it back in OOTP 22, sorry, and he's kind of getting back into the hang of it now. And yeah, he streams on Twitch. He's got a YouTube channel, does a lot of some of the base game as well. So yeah, really enjoyed watching that last night, Damp, and you were opening your packs. And then after you finished opening, then I said, you should have waited until Jackie gets released. And you're like, Wap, why didn't you tell me that? I would have held off. Well, you'll get a few more packs. Okay. All right. So the form is there. I'm going to pin it. You got about 20 minutes to fill that out. Guess what? Predict what we are going to pull. All right, our pack-only champions for the 2027 season. First of all, big round of applause. Give it up for Just a Bit Outside. Just a Bit Outside was our Iron League champion yesterday. They're Outfield Outlaws. Took out the Bluth's Banana Stand. Yeah, some interesting pack-only team names. So in Iron 188, congratulations go to Just a Bit Outside. Lap is scared of me in the playoffs, D-Block. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I don't want you to get that Jackie Robinson card. Damn. You scare me. Vampires scare me. Ooh, scary. It was pretty funny, though, because Dan pointed out that the Lap Block Dragons beat him in the playoffs. So that was pretty cool. Damp, I'm sure you'll get revenge on us at some point. on one of our teams. So Merv Rettenmund, a 94 diamond card, was the MVP of the World Series for Just a Bit Outside. So once again, we've got one of our champions from yesterday. They only use cards from cards in packs. And if you want to be a packs only team, it's not too late. As long as you have never bought anything off the card shop, you can still become a packs only team. And we'll be back in 2 minutes to talk about more of the winners yesterday from packs only. Be back in 2. All right, so we're back. Welcome in, everyone. Hope you're having a wonderful Monday. I hope you're juiced up on the caffeine or water or juice or soda or whatever your preferred beverage is. If it's Red Bull, Spore is giving you a salute as well. You know, Spore likes the Red Bull. And now that I see FKN Commissions in chat, earlier on, someone wanted me to give a community shout out, give me an affiliate shout out. And let's see if I can find that here. Minerva used his Hound Biscuits to compliment an OOTP member or affiliate. And he wanted me to do that to FKN Commish, who yesterday, over 10 hours, streaming everything from OOTP to racing. Of course, the EMLB, where you can create a player and have that player go through the minor systems and continue up through the path of his career. And speaking of which, let's jump to that now, because that was coming up a little bit later. Let's take a look at some of the online league activity. So here is your Monday online league report. Of course, I have 2 created players, one in EMLB run by FKN Commish and one by the PBE Sim team. So let's take a look, first of all, at my EMLB player, Glenn Streamer, who is currently playing for AAA St. Paul Saints of the Pacific Coast League, managed by the Montreal Expos manager GT Sundown. And he's 23 years old now. He turned 23 on April the 1st. He's out of Moose Jaw, Saskatchewan. He's a farm kid. He's used to, plowing the fields and lifting the heavy bales. So he's got some stamina, and he's a strong leader based on his profile. He's a strong leader and work ethic. Yeah. Glenn the Hound Streamer in AAA. Right-handed batter. He's got really good morale right now. He prides himself on his defense first. That's the first thing that he built up was his defense as a second baseman. Can also play shortstop. And as you see, he was the first overall pick, GT Sundown, threw out the fishing line in 2027. And he said, I have faith in this kid. He's Canadian. He seems to know what he's doing. I have faith in him to lead the Expos. Rebuilding. This was the very first year that the expansion team Montreal Expos drafted. And I was the first player they ever took. So very, very proud of that. He is the 69th ranked prospect in Major League in the EMLB, ranked number 69 as of the last report. And as you can see, his defense, I mean, in St. Paul this year, look at that, 9.2 zone rating after 70 games. I would say that's pretty good, GT Sundown. 9.2 zone rating in AAA. So Montreal Expos, they may have a very good defensive second baseman coming up very soon. But can he do anything else other than defense? Well, let's take a look at his ratings here. Currently hitting .272. He's got 9 home runs, 37 RBIs, 40 runs, WRC plus of 123, 822 OPS, 472 slugging percentage. So I would say he is more than just a defensive second baseman. I think he's got a little bit of bat as well. You can see in his last 10 games, multiple hits 3 times, only 4 games where he did not have a hit. So he is progressing well. Glenn the Hound Streamer with the EMLB Montreal Expos AAA team. Should be up in Montreal, hoping in a season or two. I do have like 7 or 8 boosts, maybe more, that I haven't used yet. So in the very near future, FK and Commish, expect a message from me with this guy being boosted up a little bit more. So go check out the Commish on EMLB. He streams usually Mondays, Thursdays at 7 p.m. Eastern, and then Saturday or Sunday mornings at around 9, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So yes, Glenn the Hound Streamer making hay in St. Paul. The other player I have is for the PBE Sim, who currently, I think, just finished their playoffs. And we can take a look at some of the award winners here. He did not win the Platinum Stick Award, which is disappointing, but it went to the Lemurs' Zach Hartman, third baseman. So we'll take a look at the player first of all. He plays for the Brew City Bears, who went 68-40. You can see he led the team in average. He was 3rd in home runs on the team, 2nd, only 1 behind the league leader or the team leader in RBIs. And again, he prides himself on defense. Whenever I build my players, it's defense first, and then we work on some of the offensive categories. So third baseman, even though the profile has him more of a first baseman, he has been playing third base most of his career in PBE Sim, 6'3" Canadian, and let's see his zone rating. Last year it was 3.1. So he's got a 30.5 zone rating in his career in Brew City. And unfortunately, Hound Streamer will be retiring because he can only play 5 seasons in the minors, and I am not going to continue working on him into the major leagues. At some point, I may create another player because you can only have 1 player at any given time. So I want to create a pitcher at some point for PBE Sim, and Chess Safari is going to help me out with a build. We're going to build a fireball pitcher at some point. So what a career for Hound Streamer. He will finish his career with 79 home runs, almost 300 RBIs, over 300 runs, a positive WAR every single year, including a 4.9 WAR last season with the Bears. So he capped it off extremely well. did not win the Platinum Stick Award at third base, but did he win the Gold Glove? Let's see. Does it show it here? No, it does not. If I go to his individual profile, it may show it. So he won the Gold Glove in 2059. He won the Gold Glove in 2060. And doesn't look like he won the Gold Glove this year. But still, very successful career for Glenn the Hound Streamer. I'm going to miss him. I'm going to miss being part of PBE Sim. But my player creation going to be on hiatus for a while. There are other community members. Again, the Wildcat Bandit I mentioned every week. He started off with the Brew City Bear, a teammate of mine for the first few years. And then he went on to the big leagues where he won Rookie of the Year in the majors for his new team. And of course, we've got Rhino Leg was his Bear created team. And now he's got a 90 range in outfield. And this guy is a speedster. This season he had, where is it? Stolen bases. 38 stolen bases, only caught 7 times, which is pretty good for the big leagues. So Wildcat Bandit and Rhino Legs playing for the Boise Raptors. And he was at one time last year rated the 7th rated prospect in the league. So Wildcat Bandit sure knows how to build those players. Also mentioned Chess Safari earlier. He has a player created, a catcher, Tedford Woofington Jr., playing for the San Antonio Sloths, only in his second year, I believe. And of course, our dancer, the bit contributor earlier, Jefferson Steel Flex, number 19, center fielder for the New Orleans team. And he had his best year in the majors so far, 277 average, 29 RBIs, 43 runs. Named the 16th overall prospect a couple seasons ago. And zone rating is much, much better this year. When he came into the league as a rookie, it was minus 13.8. But Jeff Steelflex knows what to do with the build, and he improved his defense, improved his outfield range, and now he is going to be one of the best. Only 26 years old. And many of you in chat may also have a player in PBE Sim, so don't have time to go through every single one. These are kind of the ones I highlight every week. So one last time, Hound Streamer, all the best in your retirement. You've served your team well in Brew City, and Brew City will always be number 1 in this streamer's heart. Thank you, Punk, who is one of the managers, along with, I think, Bazooka Joe, over with Brew City. So I want to thank you guys for embracing my player, for helping me out, for giving me links to the different tasks I need to complete every week. Without you guys being diligent and keeping on me for getting these tasks done, Hound Streamer would not be as good as he ended up being. Again, 2 gold gloves, multiple all-star games, and in his final year, leading us to the division title in the regular season. Okay. I think we're good. Let me look at chat here. Hype Train made it to level 3. We made it to Timmins, Ontario in the Hype chat. Woo, woo. From Edmonton to Timmins. Thank you again for those that gave out gift subs, for those that spent the little bits and cheers and all that kind of stuff. Man, on a Monday, unbelievable. Thank you so much. Mr. Rogers thanks you too. And the RCMP and the Canadian Tax Division, thank you as well. And as EBC mentions, PBE, always looking for new members. You can create a player at any time. However, there are certain times of the year that if you create them, you'll be part of that draft. Otherwise, you kind of become a free agent. So just have to reach out to PBE Sim. Shout out PBE Sim. Or to any of the managers here. And yeah, since EBC's here, let's take a look at his player. He created one, I think this was his rookie year with Anchorage. And let's see if we can find him. Enrique Von Calente, or close enough. So he finished his rookie year with a 251 average. He finished with his zone rating. He's got to work on defense, minus 4.3 zone rating. He is a second baseman. And 8 home runs, 61 RBI. So great RBI season for him. And where was he amongst team leaders? Second in RBIs. So great for a rookie, second in RBIs. And again, he can spend 2, 3, 4, 5 seasons in the minor leagues. Usually players spend 2 or 3 seasons in the minors before being called up to their big league team. And I don't think he's been drafted by a big league team yet, have you? I think that goes on. Has a draft been done yet for this year, or is it coming up this week? When is the upcoming draft? Next weekend? Thursday night? Okay. Thursday or Saturday? Okay. Major draft is Thursday. All right. I believe Punk knows what he's talking about. So, yeah, EBC will be tuning in Thursday night, finding out where he is going to be playing his major league career. Always exciting. So there you guys go. There is your online league reports. EMLB, run by the commish, so successfully for many, many years. And the PBE sim. Both leagues, you can create a player. All right, back to our PAX only celebration here, celebrating the teams that did well this week. One more time, just a bit outside, won the Iron League. Remember, if you want to enter the giveaway, you have to fill out the Google form that I just posted there. Takes you only a couple minutes to do that. Next, our next champion. We have a gold champion. Yeah, our first gold champion in PAX only environment. B Phil B has gone back to back to back with PAX only champions. He won bronze 3 weeks ago. He won silver 2 weeks ago. And yesterday he won gold. Back. Already this early into the cycle, and Bill B Phil B is becoming a legend in the PAX only community with his success. You can see here he beat out our good friend Don't Cut the D Block Dragon in Game 7. Yeah, heartbreaker there. Both well-deserving managers. The Greyhounds, I think, have amassed 7 perfects on their team from PAX only. And D Block swept the division series. He swept the conference championships. B Phil B had a tougher time. He went the distance in the division. He went 6 games in the conference finals and then faced D Block, and they went back and forth. And ultimately, the Greyhounds would come out successful. Chase Utley, Diamond Chase Utley, was the player of the World Series for B Phil B. So congratulations. That's quite the feat. In a league which had half of the teams PAX only, being able to push out some of these non-PAX only teams. And also a shout out to Ezra Denny, who he got pushed up to silver right in the very first week. And Ezra said, I don't belong here. I don't belong here. My team's not good enough. What am I doing here? And then he made gold. I don't belong here. I don't belong. What's going on? And on Sunday, he made the gold playoffs. He won his division. Amazing, Ezra. Well done. I don't know if that's the first time in a gold playoff situation. I think this year for sure. So yeah, PAX only, having a lot of fun, having a lot of success. So in gold, congrats to the teams that made it. The Marine Iguanas, the Tuscaloosa Barons, the Starfleet Redshirts, the Dragon Hounds, the Greyhounds. We had the PAC baseball team, the PAC Attack, and GT Sundowns Mile High Mayhem. made it to the wild card as well. So that means we've got some teams going up to Diamond this week. B Phil B, Cedar Dog, Don't Cut the D Block Dragon, and Fussmucker 3 will be our representatives in Diamond. So good luck to you guys. Tessuigi was our only representative on Sunday, and he got relegated back to gold because there's a huge difference from gold to diamond. So good luck. Let's see you guys represent us in the playoffs on Sunday. Cuban Cigars is a pack. Did I miss them too? Cuban Cigars. Oh, yeah. Kind of cut off here. Yep. So well done. Our pack only fire poll of the week in my Discord. I have a section for pack only fire polls, and there were a lot of perfects polled last week. It was a really tough week to decide what was the best poll of the week. Some people posted 3 or 4 different packs, but I kind of want a single pack. And I know Luke Appling isn't the best perfect card. Someone pulled a Roger Clemens, and I almost went with that one. But this one had 2. It had a Diamond Historical, and it had Luke Appling. And even if you're using Luke Appling as a mission card later, it's still probably a good card to have for mission value. So B Phil B, in recognition of you winning gold, also pulled your pack only post here as well. So this is what it looks like this week, guys. For packs only, we have 110 teams, 8 in rookie, 19 in stone, 23 in iron, almost a full iron league, 22 in bronze, where I'm located, 17 in silver, 17 in gold, and our 4 representatives in diamond. Of course, not everyone gets into the same league because it depends on the managers to fill out their friend list and to friend certain teams every Sunday. So if you are in iron or bronze or silver or gold, and if you can count up how many packs only teams made it into your league, post that in chat if you're in one of those. Ezra is a shrewd dude. Yes, he's smiling right now when I said that. Me? Shrewd? No. Make sure I didn't miss anything else. PB Awards will air Sunday. Okay, so they haven't been given out yet. Just looks like the platinum stick one so far. Okay, so there's still a chance for Hound Streamer to take home hitter of the year or third baseman of the year, another gold glove. So this is the bronze teams that should be with me. I haven't checked them out yet, but you can see some familiar names. There's Dr. Greenleaf, who joined packs only this week. I've been with EVC every single week since we started this. Johnny is there. Iron Champion, just a bit outside. GCam, Machia, we got there. We've got Ollie North, part of my league this week. Former champion Raven Crest, Rue Jerry, Sean 78, Tactile next 3. There's Pop Stongoria Timland, Twins 34, WX Scott, Yellow Jacket. Thanks for the follow, Zed Tavons, and to Sellits. Zed Tavons and Sellits. Thank you. Welcome to the Dog Pound. So this is my competition. And again, here is your 5-minute warning. If you haven't filled out the Google form, just put !MON in the chat. That'll bring it up. And then we're going to close it off. And we're going to rip some packs. And whoever fills it out the best is going to win in standard packs. All right, guys, on an ad break. When we come back, we'll go to the bronze packs only. We'll close off the form, and we'll start ripping. Back in 2 minutes. Dance, Jeff, dance. All right, welcome back in. Welcome, welcome, welcome. A couple minutes to finish off the form there. If you haven't filled it out, 36 entries so far. Again, thank you guys for being here. And a reminder tomorrow, if you're a new player, if you're having some problems, if you don't know what you're doing, if you need some guidance, a gentle push in the right direction, join Don't Cut the D Block Dragon and myself, and we'll be giving you some beginner pointers and going to cover a bunch of different areas tomorrow, not just iron. We're going to look at some other things as well, and also do a early bird giveaway. So be here. I will be starting up at 12:30 Eastern Standard Time, and then D Block will be joining me a half hour after that. We'll do the bounty, and then we'll get involved with our tutorials. We'll do some 5L coverage. We'll look at that day's results and the Matrix Series giveaway with Addie Joss, Cal Ripken Jr., and one of last week's TWIP cards, all part of the same team in tomorrow's Matrix. Had a lot of fun last week with the Kansas City Royals, George Brett, Nolan Ryan, both being on the teams. Both won major awards at the end of the season, and Kansas City lost in the conference championship. So that was a fun one last week. Can't wait to see what Cal Ripken Jr. and Addie Joss do tomorrow. So join us. Don't Cut the D Block Dragon, a big Chicago Blackhawks fan, Kansas City Royals fan. Always look forward to my chats with D Block, one of the great professors of the game. Okay, let's go back into the game. As I mentioned, I am in bronze for packs only. I've got 112 packs. I will be ripping 60 standard packs. I want to save my high-end ones for the Jackie Robinson that is likely to come out very soon. So I'm not going to rip them all today, but we'll get 60 standard packs. My advice, save your packs until Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, whenever the Jackie Robinson comes out. Remember last year, I mentioned this before, but last year there was a Jackie Robinson at every level, from iron to perfect. Iron, bronze, and silver Jackie Robinsons were all in packs, and they were all playable cards. The gold, diamond, and perfect Jackies were all part of missions. You could only get them by finishing a mission. So you may want to save packs to collect as many mission possible cards in those packs to try and get that perfect Jackie, who for 6-7 months was the meta second baseman in Perfect League last year. If you had a perfect Jackie early, he played well for you for half of the cycle, probably until the Immortal cards came out. All right, let's take a look at bronze. Who is in my league? I am currently 4-6. Just played Pop's Dongoria. And Pop, sorry, I beat you by scoring 2 in the bottom of the 9th to take that game. Let's start with the NC division. We got the pack-only Hammerheads run by GCAM. They're in a division with Yellow Jackets Frackers, with Phoenix and the Whips, with the Wolves and Twins 34, and with the loser of last week's World Series, Magnificent Stan. So here's a division of all packs only team, and that's what we're striving for. Eventually, we want a whole league where it's just us packs only. You know, luck against luck in what you draw in the packs. We're also free to play at this moment. So I've instructed the managers that they're not allowed to put any more money into the game to buy packs. So we strictly want to go free to play. Again, you can't police it perfectly. But as I always do, I go show you my transaction history. I show you only the card shop, and it's only sell orders, which means I have not bought any cards on the card shop. For full transparency, as kind of one of the co-commissioners of this, I want to be fully transparent. So there you go. Over the last week, no cards have been purchased for my team. You can buy packs. You just can't buy cards. The second division, the Central Division, we have the Ravencrest Warriors. We have the Turts and Ruggieri. We have the Dugouts and Slinky 2. So first division, all packs only. Second division, we have 3 packs only. And then in the West, only one. The champions from Iron last week, just a bit outside, all by the lonesome there in the NC West. Over in the AC, in the East Division, we have the Sam Squatches, packs only. We have Pop Stongoria with his chill vibes. And we have the Quakers and Sean 78. So 3 packs only teams in the East. In the Central, this is the death division. We've got Archer and his amazing team that just doesn't have playoff luck. Archer 5-2, Tactile Necks in the same division as EVC and his packs only team, and the Kane County Cougars and Machia Pet. So that to me is the toughest division this week because these are pretty good teams. In my division, all 5 are packs only. We have Colfax, WX Scott currently at 7-2. Dr. Greenleaf out of the gates pretty good at 6-4. We have the Black Knights run by Ollie North. We have Johnny and his Dry Creek Hillbillies and my team. So kind of cool that a lot of the viewers of the stream, Johnny, Ollie, Dr. Greenleaf, WX, often I see them in the chat, and here we are all in the same division. So 5, 10, 13, 14, 17, 20 of the 21 packs only bronze teams got in the same league. That's outstanding. Excellent. Yes, Dr. Greenleaf, we will play each other many times. If we look at the schedule, we may have played each other already. So yeah, we split our first series here. I won the first 2, you won the next 2. And right now I'm playing the pivotal game 3 with Pop Stongoria. Losing game 1, winning game 2. So Pops, our tiebreaker coming up. And then my first series was just a 2-gamer up against Colfax. Do I play? I must play Tactile and EVC at some point. EVC, I play tomorrow night. And Archers, well, I play, oh man, this is going to be a tough stretch of 6 games. Wednesday, 3 against EVC on the road, 3 against Tactile on the road. By then, Tactile will probably rip another 100 packs. EVC, at least, I think he opens his for this team Wednesday morning. So he may not get those guys in the lineup in time. Okay, we're going to go close off the form. So if you're filling the form out, you've got one, we'll give you 2 minutes. We'll give you the speed option here. You got 2 minutes. That's it. 2 minutes. I'm closing the form off. If you haven't filled it out, your chance to win 10 packs. All right, let me catch up on chat here. Castanar says you were like EBC, started in silver and thought you don't belong. Well, that was more Ezra. Ezra was more believing he didn't believe he should start at that higher level and has been pretty successful. Lost 4-2 in the World Series, couldn't get by Rowley and your own errors, but up in gold. Brent says 11 of the gold teams are in gold 325. Good. Selling Ichiro for 100 packs gave you a bit of steam. Yeah, EVC kept his Ichiro because he pulled the Ichiro as well. He kept them. 43 entries. You got 30 seconds. If you're filling out the form and you can hear my voice, time is running out. 10 packs on the line. We got 60 to rip. I need to improve this team. In last place in my division. Who would have thunk? Who would have thunk packs only teams could be this good? There's the Discord there. If you want to join the community in the Discord, post some of your fire polls, talk about NHL, baseball. Boiled Egg and Fussmucker are constantly talking NHL. I love it. Boiled Egg posts some good NHL content there, some good screenshots. By the way, the Black Aces NHL podcast back this Friday night at 9:30 Eastern. We are back with our playoff show. We're going to recap all the playoff matchups coming up in the NHL. So whether you're a fan of Colorado or Dallas or New York or Toronto, Calgary. Oh, no. Calgary didn't make the playoff. Yes, we're going to go through each series, give you our predictions, and talk about the latest in the NHL, including the Phoenix Coyotes relocating to Salt Lake. Yeah, you're going to have an NHL team in Utah. I never saw that coming. Never saw that coming. It's about time Phoenix relocated. Years and years and years and years ago, they should have relocated, but they've been propped up by the league financially. And finally, they couldn't pay their bills. They couldn't even pay their hotel bills. And now they're going to Salt Lake City. Utah. We got some Utah love here. You never have the NHL on here. Where is here? Where's the NHL? Where are you located? Utah's, I never would have guessed that that city would get a team. Like Quebec City, even Halifax, Saskatoon would sell out a building probably. And Canada gets overlooked a lot. Fortunately, Winnipeg did get a team back, but now they're struggling a little bit too. You're in North Carolina. Oh, North Carolina. Yeah. You got the Carolina Hurricanes, Stanley Cup champions, 2006. Well, let's put it this way. They could support a team more than Phoenix. They definitely could. They definitely would have attendance more in Phoenix, but who wouldn't, right? You could put a team in 200 different cities that it would have more support than Phoenix. Salt Lake, though, I don't know. Is Salt Lake, like those of you from Utah, is there much of a hockey base there? I mean, there must be for the league to go there. Like, what kind of hockey goes on in Utah? Oklahoma, yeah, Oklahoma's. I know they've got, I think, a triple or minor league affiliate team in Oklahoma. Oklahoma, I could see too. Boiled egg, come on, be careful. Boiled. We don't need to crack that egg open. All right, we're closing off the form. We have 44 responses. It is done. Let's take a look at what you guys are thinking here. Will I get at least one future legend? 60% pretty much saying no. Will I get a perfect card? 27%. 12 of you think I'll have some streamer luck. Thank you. 60 standard packs. Will I get 2 or more gold cards in a single standard pack? Yes. Will I get a combinator? No. First diamond card will be live. First Blue Jay, you guys always go with bronze. That amazes me. You don't go with the odds of an iron. You go with the bronze, 50%. And then the tiebreakers, first card that I see on the screen, what will be the rating? And the last card on the screen. All right, I got to write these questions down because otherwise I will miss them. All right, future legend. Will I get at least one? Will I get a perfect? Question number 3, will I get 2 or more gold or higher? I'm for sure pulling a combinator. I'm calling it now. Bronze combinator. Book it. Diamond, live or historical. And then the first Blue Jay, live or historical, could be either. And then the tiebreakers. Okay. Here we go. Here we go. Did they play hockey in Boise, Idaho there, Brent? You got sort of a hockey team in Boise? Maybe you mentioned that earlier. And they're getting the Winter Olympics too. Yeah, that's true. They've second time they've had that, I believe. You haven't pulled a combinator in 90 packs? Lazio. Okay. You are pulling a combinator in your next 90 packs. Mark my words, you're getting a combinator. Keep track of it. Let us know. ECHL team? I agree. Yeah, makes more sense in Utah than Arizona. Although Austin Matthews would disagree. We always thought Austin Matthews might want to go home to play, being from Arizona. So yeah, check out the Black Aces podcast. Frank the Tank, Old Man Fred, Finn, and myself will be on Friday night right here on Twitch at 9:30 Eastern. And we'll cover all the latest happenings and give you our playoff predictions and have you guys give us your playoff predictions. We're also going to have a giveaway, going to give away a $20 Steam card for whoever predicts the playoffs out of you guys the best. We're going to have a form to fill out, kind of like a bracket, but a little bit more simpler than that. And the winner will get a $20 Canadian Steam card, which, you know, for you Americans, you get a few bucks. Okay, I think we're good. We're good. Make sure I close the form off again. It is closed. All right, 60 standard packs ready to rip. So I've got 14 or 47 standard packs. So you see the 47 there. So I do need to buy 13 more. And of course, I can't buy cards on the card shop with 129,000. So it goes to packs anyway. So I'm going to buy five more. And 1, 2, 3. Double check it. 60 standard packs. So we go until all the standard packs are done. And yes, if you want to play some fantasy hockey, FHM 10, Boiled Egg will steer you in the right direction for FHM 10. He was streaming last night. I caught a little bit of your stream last night, Boiled Egg. And your love of some of the uniforms. Boiled Egg, again, is a huge Washington Capitals fan. I'll shout you out one more time here. Boiled Egg. Highly recommend you to go check him out. Just started streaming recently, FHM 10. All right, guys, come on. Bring that pack luck. Let's go. We've got a gold right off the bat here. Our tiebreaker question. First card is a 52. And we do not have a Blue Jay in this first pack. 52. Jose Ferrer. Gold card is. Next up. No Blue Jay. Nothing that we have to take note of here. Next. I feel a combinator coming, guys. I feel that red background. 2 Rays, San Diego Astros. Oh, Zig, you're welcome. You know, if there's one thing I like to do on this channel is to help people coming out to Canada, getting you guys used to the language here. You know, we don't want there to be a language barrier when you come out to Toronto. You want to feel like you blend in. So you have to be able to speak Canadian. So the 4 words that Mr. Laptop Hound taught you at the start of the stream was Canuck. We also taught you that if you need to relieve yourself, please ask where the nearest washroom is, not loo or bathroom or restroom. And also be careful using the term hoser. All right. Only use it as an endearing term to your friends. Do not ask your waitress. Do not say, "Hey, hoser, can you get me another glass of water, please? A." And why do you pronounce, why is the last letter of the alphabet Z? Are you crazy? You crazy Canucks? Be careful, because if you do that, you might get into a kerfuffle. You do not want to get into a kerfuffle in Canada, because although the Canadian will apologize for hitting you in the nose profusely, they'll still do it. So I'm glad you took some, you got some education. Yes, teacher for over 30 years. Glad I could educate you coming to Canada. Or we slap using words for some reason. Yes. Color, honor, neighbor. Which other one's boiled egg? Honor, valor. Okay, any Blue Jay yet? No Blue Jay. Got to find that Blue Jay. Then all the other ones are pretty easy to spot because I have to turn the card over. Still no Blue Jay. We're opening 60 standard packs, 44 entrants. Second gold card will be Lee May. Well, as a packs only team, he might make my team. Lee May. Let's find out. Who is my first base? What's my first base situation? Well, he's not going to replace this guy, Bill Cavaretta. And my other first base is Will Clark. So I'm going to have a Will one way or the other. Will it be Will Clark or will it be Will Lee May? I'm calling him Willie May. There's no other player called Willie May. Will Clark? No, Will stays on the team. Sorry, Lee May, you will not make my roster. Okay, no cards of use yet. We are a different breed, but you know, if you want to experience different, go out to the very East Coast. Go to Nova Scotia, go to Newfoundland, go to New Brunswick, and you'll think you're in a different country, if not on a different planet. No Blue Jay yet. Come on. Where is it? Come on, I need some cards to compete against EBC, against Dr. Greenleaf, against the Twins. Last week, I didn't pull anything valuable that I could put on my team. And still, I swear, if you guys ever say that streamers get pack luck, we're going to have a kerfuffle on our hands. I'm sorry, but we're going to have a kerfuffle. Brent, why is that? Because the dialect of Newfoundlanders, all you got to do, go to YouTube and search Newfoundland speech or Newfoundland voices or Newfoundland dialect. There's some good comedy skits out there of people talking from Newfoundland, and I swear it's very difficult to understand them. Ai bai, ai bai, ai bai. Kind of comical, but it's like a completely different country. And Newfoundland was the last province to join Confederation, so they were not part of Canada until after World War II. Still nothing to add to the team. Again, they have their Newfoundland Screech, which is a very powerful rum. If you like rum, ask at your local outlet for Newfoundland Screech. That'll tame you down. Still no Blue Jay here. Looking for anything that can make my team, because let's go back and take a look. What do I need to improve? So pitching wise, every card is gold or higher. I got one perfect pitcher, Mr. Diaz. Gallon. I did pull this one a few weeks ago. So definitely need some upgrades with my pitchers. Hitting wise, Dick and Sherm, Phil, Will, Jose, and then he can be replaced. So I do need a good middle infielder. Got a lot of live cards. George Kell, hitting 316 so far. Tony Fernandez, solid card. So yeah, I need some upgrades, guys. Jared Dyson, really good defensive center fielder, hitting 333. I do not get the pulls that EVC gets. Not this year yet. Okay, let's keep ripping. Standard packs. 44 to go. And congratulations to our bounty winner today. Boomsticks 4 claimed the bounty. We also gave away 5 early bird packs to Machia Pet. 10 packs we're going to give away here, and we're going to have a late bird giveaway as well. So stay tuned. We're going to have one more random giveaway of 5 packs a little bit later on. Still looking for our first Blue Jay card. Can't find a Blue Jay when you need it. Again, tune in tomorrow. D-Block and I, Tuesday lesson. This Enrique Hernandez is a really good bronze card. If you're building up a bronze team, here's a card that you might want to consider putting on. Still no, this is awful, guys. Couple gold cards that I pulled. We've got 40 packs to go. 1/3 done, and we've pulled nothing of value. Still going to pull a combinator, though. I called it. I called the combinator card. And 21 packs later, and not one single Blue Jay, not even a live Blue Jay. What are the odds of that? I guess all the Blue Jays are too good. They're gold or higher. Looking for Ray Mueller. Not part of any missions yet, but he may be at some time. I'll give you the lap discount. 333. Wow, still no Blue Jay. Come on. Come on. Gold. Gold. Okay, OOTP, gold or higher. Come on, OOTP. I'm talking to you. Gold or higher. I need to get assertive here. Gold or higher in the next 3 packs. Jimmy Fox. That is a duplicate. None on the card shop yet. If you want a Jimmy Fox, I'll throw one up there. Still no Blue Jay. Still some of the player photos a little bit off-centered there. All right, not looking pretty. Might need to take a timeout here. Oh yeah, we're calling a lap timeout. Sometimes I do this, and last year it was pretty effective. Let's first of all look if I've completed any missions. Oh, 2 missions done. As a PAX only team, this is glorious. Finished the Colorado mission. Good. Again, these are only cards you can get in packs. And I got Eddie Murray. Is Eddie Murray playable? Way to go. And if you're a packs only team, you know how frustrating it is when you're sitting 1 or 2 cards from finishing a mission. So I have completed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 missions so far, all level 1. So we are exiting out as part of our timeout. We're going to take a quick peek at the bounty tournament. Even though I've been eliminated, let's find out where it's at. We are currently in the semifinals, where the Swamp Rats are 1 game up on the home of the Braves. And Sean and his Dave Steeb Rangers are up 1 game on the Riverhounds in this best of 5. Well, Sean, how is your Dave Steeb doing? 1 win, only 3 hits in his 6 innings pitch, so he has served you well so far. Yeah, are we sure the Blue Jays are real? Still haven't opened up a Blue Jay. Well, let's see if this timeout worked. It worked last year quite a bit. Every time I took a timeout, I'd come back and open up a gold or a diamond very, very quickly. We are now 36 packs to go. We started with a 60 standard packs, and we're getting close to the halfway point without a Blue Jay yet. Okay, back at it. 72, Wilson Alvarez. Next up. All right, good. Timeout has kind of worked. We finally got a gold card. It was dry there for a while, and it is a historical gold card. First baseman, though. I don't think he's going to replace Will Clark or Phil Cavaretta, so I think he's not going to make the team. Bronze cards starting to come down in value, but you can still get some decent value out of selling some of these bronze if you have some duplicates, or you can hang on to them, keep a few duplicates. Wow. Standard pack, all historicals. You do not see that often, but no Blue Jays. Any of you worth selling? Maybe this one, 60. Well, if we don't pull a Blue Jay in 60 packs, something's broken. Another gold. All right. 2 gold and 4 packs. A lot of historicals. The timeout seems to have worked. We got a Montreal Expo. Another first baseman. What's up with all these first basemen? Question is, does he replace Will Clark? Let's find out. Will Clark is a silver. And David is a gold. Where is he? Here he is. Will. Ooh. So that one's a lot closer. What do you think, chat? Left or right? L for the card on the left, R for the card on the right. Who would you put in as your first baseman? You had to pick one of these two. L for left, R for right. First base defense, though, I don't really consider overly important, and they both kind of aren't great. All right, it sounds like you guys are going left, so here's my first change of the week. Will Clark is coming out, and we're putting David in. And let's put him in against I'll put him in against the righties. Taking Will Clark's spot. And back up here. Can you run? I doubt it. No. Yeah, Will Clark's busy. He's got to do some other things. 32 packs, almost at the halfway mark. Come on, Blue Jay. Come on. Let's get that Blue Jay out of the way. No. No. Okay, we're halfway through without a Toronto Blue Jay. So we've had 30 packs. 180 cards have been shown without a Toronto Blue Jay, even a live Blue Jay. Just not that time of season, I guess. Can't see them. Yuck. All right, chats, as we like to do in our community, give a shout out to and the perfect pack, Tactile. Don't make me come over there and lock your computer. Do not open it until Jackie Robinson comes out. Save it. Even if Jackie Robinson's going to be a mission card, save it. Just in case it's a packable. That's one extra shot you have. And we got a Blue Jay. All right, it's an Iron Blue Jay. Thank you for pointing that out. About time. All right, so we're still looking for a future legend, a perfect card, a pack with 2 gold cards or better, and a combinator. The diamond we pulled, the first diamond, we have not pulled the diamond yet. So the only question that is answered so far is the Blue Jay one. Not even a single diamond yet. Oh. Who would have thunk? Oh, Eric Young. I don't own him yet, so I'm not going to sell him. But D-Block and I are going to be talking about all the new cards that came out recently. One of those cards is Eric Young. So if you want to hear our opinions on this Eric Young card, check out the stream tomorrow, 1 p.m. Eastern. Jose Vidro. So open close to 40 packs. And here is our first diamond. And I'm so excited. Things have been so dry. We got to have some sort of sound for that. Okay, our first diamond. Will it be alive? Will it be historical? The majority of people in the question said it would be a live player. We'll do the Dr. D dance here. Come on, come on, come on. Nope, Brent, I'm only playing that if I pull a kitty. I haven't pulled a kitty yet either. Come on. Ichiro, Ichiro. Come on, IBDB. Come on, Jeff Steelflex. Ichiro. EVC has one. Others have pulled it. Or a future legend. Oh, how about Evan Carter? Oh, would make my day if this is an Evan Carter. Tommy Harper. Well, welcome, Tommy Harper. Let us check our third base situation out. Currently, I've got George Kell, who also is a diamond player. And I think, Mr. Flores, your days are done. I think I'll keep Marcus. Yes. Either Altuve or Flores has to go. Let's keep Altuve. All right, Mr. Flores. Hey, what's this? I won a tournament? Congratulations, you won the tournament iron, best of 5. And the 3 packs that go with it. Well, that is my second upgrade of the day. Flores out. And Tommy Harper in. Tommy is decent against both sides. I could play him either way, but definitely more against the lefties. He plays second, third, left field. Okay, so he's a multi-positional player. Probably want him second or third. Or I could train him. Second or third or train him. Well, you're going to go in for Mr. Altuve. George, you're not much of a third baseman, but I can't move you anywhere else. All right, let's just do that for now. Just a quick little change. Altuve backs up at third, goes in there. Turn double play gonna hurt. Yeah, tactile in bronze, I'm not too worried. Because I don't want to take out George Kell against the lefties. So if I played him at third, George would have to go DH because that's the only other position he plays. And right now at DH, who do I got on here? Tommy Holmes. So I'm going to sacrifice a little bit of playing him at second, even though Holmes is better against the righty. So I guess I could take out Tommy Holmes. That would mean putting Altuve back in, 63 double play. Harper's a 62. So I'm not gaining much by putting Altuve back in there. Semien, he could go in at second. You know what? Oh, no, he's already there at short, so I can't really do much with him. Tony? Yeah. You know what? I'm going to take your advice, Tacto. I'm going to take your advice. I'm going to take out Tommy Holmes. No, I can't. Nope, I'm going to leave it. And we'll put Tommy Harper. If this was a higher league, yeah, I would definitely worry about defense more, but this is bronze. Okay, what do we got left here? We've got 28 more packs. We'll be back after the break to keep on ripping. Got our first diamond. Yay! Finally, our first diamond. And it was a historical diamond at that. Be back in 2 minutes. All right, so we're back. We'll finish off the packs only team pack ripping in just a sec. 2 upgrades so far. We replaced Will Clark and we replaced Jose Altuve and brought in a couple of historical players. So a little bit of an upgrade, not as much as I was hoping. Before I continue on, again, a shout out to Sunday's winners in packs only leagues. Congratulations go out to just a bit outside, winning the Iron League with Merv Rettenmund as the MVP. In the Gold League, congratulations go out to Phil B. Back-to-back champions, 3 weeks in a row, 3 champions in silver, bronze, and gold. So congratulations, Phil B. Chase Utley was the MVP of the World Series in a very close 7-game series against D Block in the finals. Those teams will make their way to Diamond, as well as Cedar Dog and Fussmucker 3. So we do have 4 packs only team in Diamond League this week. If D Block or Cedar or B, Phil or Fussmucker are in the chat, did all 4 of you guys get in the same Diamond League? Hopefully you did. Hopefully at least there's a little bit of friendly competition all together in that Diamond League. All right, let's go back. We have 28 packs to open up. Negative Fussmucker. Gold look like you got them all in one league. Well, that sucks for Diamond. I don't know if a couple GMs missed out on doing it. Who are the 2 that got in the same league? Don't cut the D-Block Dragon. But it's good that all the gold got into one. And 21 out of the 22 bronze got into one league. So it's still hit and miss, but I think they're working on something at OOTP that might make it easier for us to get together. Might be something coming out in the future. I don't know. Hints of it. All right, let's get back to ripping. Come on, Combinator. Still looking for a future legend. We haven't pulled a future legend in 2 weeks now. Perfect card, looking for a couple gold or better, looking for a Combinator. 27 packs to go. We got an Iron Blue Jay and we got a Historical Diamond as two of the answers to the question. Tiebreaker 1 was a 52 rated card. And 2 players we've added to our team so far. Nothing game breaking in terms of our additions. No, Brent, it's not inside information. I have no inside information. It was mentioned on a stream at one point. I don't know if it was I forget who, if it was a Rich stream or a Spore stream, but it was mentioned on a stream that the devs may be working on other things in the game, and maybe that might be one of them. Maybe it is something to help out, group people together better. All I know is the devs are continuously working on additions. They still have to add the Hall of Fame component to it. They still have to add the drive to the pennant component that was teased at the beginning of the game. With 110 theme teams and 110 packs only teams, I would think it would be something that the devs would want to try and improve a system of getting these people together easier. I mean, it works fairly well with the friend list, but hopefully they're working on something to make it even easier to get everyone in one location. You and Houston are in one league. Okay, so there are 2 in the same Diamond League. Yeah, Combinator's still a mess. A lot of priorities. Yeah, even the Go app, kind of a mess right now in terms of the roster builder. Some people use the remote desktop, which basically allows you access to your game on your mobile device, and you can enter tournaments and do rosters from there. You have to have your desktop on at all times, though, to access it. But for a game that has like maybe 10 people working for it, and the passion behind the game from a lot of players, I can wait. I can wait. All right, we are really running dry here on the packs. We might have to use our second time out. In fact, let's do that. Let's find out how many packs. We have 16 packs left to try and hit on a perfect, a future legend, a combinator. So chill vibes only. I was able to take 2 out of 3 games from Mr. Popstongoria. So that's always nice. Next up is the Dry Creek Hillbillies. Johnny and I are set to go in a 3-game series. Looks like I'll be facing Todd Stottlemyre, Doc Ellis, and Mr. Grimes. And I'll be sending out my Cub, Jim, and Robin Roberts. So pretty good so far. Getting close to 500 here. Won the series against Chill Vibes. I split my series with Dr. Greenleaf. I play Dr. Greenleaf and Chill Vibes later today too. Okay, timeout done. Let's get back to it. Come on, perfect. 16 packs to go. Mr. Boyer. Really looking forward to the lesson that D Block and I are going to bring those newer players tomorrow, and maybe older players too. Hopefully we can pass off a few tips to help even some of you that have been playing the game for a month or 2 now. I still watch streams and I pick up things from time to time. Gold card. Who do we got? It is Jack. I've pulled so many first basemen today. The question is Jack better than the guy I brought in? Is Jack better than David? Let's find out. Jack. Well, Eddie Murphy I pulled as well. So David I still prefer over Eddie. Eddie Murray, not Eddie Murphy. Wrong movie. There's Jack, and compare him against David Segui. Yeah, David. David against lefties anyway. A lot closer against righties, but it's still David Segui. All right, we got 12 more packs to go. And then going to save a bunch of them until the Jackie Robinson day. Jackie Robinson set. We don't know if the Jackie Robinson will be on the actual day or if it'll be part of Twipped on Thursday. We should be getting a teaser sometime tomorrow about what this week's Twip set will be. And again, last year we got six sexy Jackie Robinson cards. One at each level. Couple silvers here. Jim Spencer, Jimmy Knowles. And this one's worth selling a duplicate at. Norm Charlton. Come on. Future legend, please. Please. Combinator, come on, please. Well, we did get a gold. Austin Barnes as a catcher. Oh, okay. We got to check that out. We got 7 more packs to go. Is Austin Barnes worth bringing in? Right now we got Sherm with 88 framing. And we got Dick with the eye and the gap power. Austin. Well, as a bat, it goes to Dick. Defensively, it definitely goes to Austin. Sherm is the other one. So let's compare Austin to Sherm. Bat's pretty close. Against the righties, it's pretty close. Almost identical. Austin probably against the lefties. So I think Austin's coming in. Trademark Laptop Hound 2025. OOTP25. This is a tough one, guys. All right, I showed you the players. We've got Sherm, Austin, and Dick. I think I got to get rid of Dick. Hitting 125. Yeah, no more Dick. I am not using you anymore. bring in Austin. Okay, Austin and Sherm. Austin against the lefties. And you know what? Austin, you're going to play both. Sherm, you're going in. Back up. And now that I have one catcher playing both positions, I like to set their strategy to 97% fatigue, just so the game pulls him. Don't want his fatigue stacking. Should do that if you have the same catcher at both positions. Don't need to do it if you have one against lefties and one against righties. You can if you want to, but I don't. Chaz, we have to replace you soon. Okay, 3 replacements so far today. What do we got left for packs? We have 7 more. 7 more tickets. Can we get at least one more replacement? Hal Woodashik. Good card last year. 5 more to go. Come on, OOTP. Mike Pendergrast. Let's take a look at Mike. I kind of look like that general profile. Let's see what he looks like. Nope, home run suppression too low. Prior to 1990, I'd love this card. I would love it. I would play it. I would hold it. I would. Okay, don't get carried away. The RCMP are listening. Prior to 1990, I would love this card as a pitcher, but not post 1990. We've got 4 more packs to go. 3 more. 2 more. And our very last standard pack to try and hit a perfect, a combinator, a future legend. Maybe we can do it all in one pack. How about a perfect future legend combinator card? Nope. I got Minor, Cox, Rogers, Pearson. That one gets a C, a letter grade of a C in those 60 packs. That was not very good. What else do I have for packs here? 53 silver, 9 gold, 1 diamond, and 2 historical. All right, Jackie, we're waiting for you. We're not going to spend any more. C seems very generous. I did make 3 changes to my team. Slight upgrades, but in each case it was an upgrade. So I got to give it maybe a C minus. As a teacher, I changed my mind. You get a C minus, darn it. While I'm on this team, let me go see what I can do for missions. 1 more complete. So I've got the Houston with Lance Berkman. Now I think Lance is going to go in, isn't he? Isn't Lance one of the good mission cards? Chat. Yeah. Chaz McCormick, you're going out. Lance Berkman, you're going in. Okay, so now I am going to give it a C because I did get the mission cards for Houston. I was able to get Lance Berkman. So Lance Berkman is a good upgrade against the right-handed pitchers. Okay, love it. Lance Berkman. Who are you replacing here now? I think we're going to put you in to replace. Yeah, Joe Vosmick. Right? Let's double check. Against the righties, Lance Berkman. Start getting some platoons going. Left field. Yep, left field. Okay, there you go. Yeah, that is going to be a C, letter grade of a C. Because finishing missions as pack only is a win. Oh, good. Let's fix this. Always set my positions to if starter tired because I do have percentages for when to give players a rest. Strategy, 95%. You know what? I'm going to move that up to 96. And 81% for relievers. Looks good. Do my opener lineups now because those have changed. Good. And since we're here, let's go take a look at tomorrow's PT Live. Just go and make sure I have some starting pitchers. Again, as packs only. I can't buy cards, so only cards I pull. So Philadelphia versus Colorado. I'm going to go Dylan Cease against Milwaukee. And I think I'm going to go Brady Singer against the White Sox. Relievers. Hey, I've got two. That works. I got Edwin Diaz as a reliever, as a perfect reliever, but when you can get two starters as listed as relief pitchers, might get you a few more innings. So Atlanta against Houston and the Angels against Tampa Bay. Submit. Let's look at my past rosters. Yesterday, 290 points. Saturday, 229, 278. So yeah, I mean, look at this. Edwin Diaz had a 35-point game yesterday. So that's what I could be losing out at, but we'll keep him out. And here's where these relievers, Bowden Francis as a Blue Jay got 24 in the relief role. 54 points for Garcia a couple days ago. 58 for Zach Gallen yesterday. So yeah, your pitchers can make up a bulk of your points. Today, Seth Lugo, Hauser, Puck, and Diaz back in the lineup. Leaderboards. Can you see who won last week? You can. Who was our winner of, how many packs is it? 100 packs for weekly? Doesn't show it here. Let me go by and back and look at this week. Doesn't show it. So last week, Jim Bowden won. Win the weekly prize. So there's going to be a bunch of packs going to Jim Bowden. Mark's up there. Fussmucker, 8th place. Congratulations, Fussmucker. C. Whitman, Fussmucker, 2 teams in the top 12. Way to go. You know your live players. Bob Deere and Headlights. O's Bones is up there. Tied with Charles and Blue Void. Shifted. Sporer. EBC. So yesterday with 290 points, I was 308. This is tough. but I do not do much research, if any research. Rob Deere in Headlights still has the monthly lead at 4,541. I'm above the 500 mark here. Still got to get into the top 200. And for all time, 570. Got to get into that top 200. Be jamming. Leading right now, all-time lead above Jim Bowden and Lucas and Jim Bowden. Your top 4. Let's see if I pulled any players that are improvements here. Yondi at first. He's already my DH. Altuve can only have so many diamonds, though. Shortstop, Swanson. Again, as packs only, can only use the cards that you have on your team. I can't buy any cards. Garcia. Can I submit that? Yes. Okay. Kyle Tucker. Detroit playing Texas. Let's play Justin Turner. St. Louis Jason driving in the Florida Panhandle to Mobile, Alabama. Well, safe journeys for you. You should be getting some nice weather down there. I hope there's none of those storms that have been hitting that part of the U.S. over the last couple weeks. My fellow Montreal Expo teammates in EMLB. All right, we're here after the break, and let's throw up our final giveaway of the day here. Let me go find it. Do not enter yet. No rush. You'll have a little bit of time. So Machia Pet won the first one today, and the second one is now running. Jeff Theo Flex, buddy. Oh, yeah. Boogie. We're going to call you Boogie Man. Boogie Man Flex, first one in. Take a peek at the bounty again. We should be in the finals. Let's find out which 2 teams made it to the finals of today's bounty. It will be home of the Braves taking on Sean Sultan. Sean's Washington Park Rangers up against Sportman 44. Playing for in-game packs now. 3 packs to the winner, 1 pack to the loser. Good luck to both teams. We'll do it all again. See if you guys can eliminate me. If you have the good fortune of matching up against me tomorrow. Speaking of tomorrow, one more time, don't forget, Don't Cut the D-Block Dragon will be on with me at about 1 p.m. Eastern, giving you guys some hints and tips about how to be more successful as a new player in the game. So tune in for that, 1 p.m. Eastern. Okay, let's go look at who our winner was. Let's go to our other screen. So guess the rip contest. We had 44 entries. Time to go through the process of elimination. If you said no, 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 you probably have a good chance of winning. Because I did not do very well on my rips for the second week in a row. No pack luck. Let's create a sheet. Zoom in a bit. And create a filter. All right. Question number 1. Will I get at least 1 future legend? The answer is no. Most people got that one. Will I pull at least 1 perfect card? No. Lots of people still. Next, will I get 2 or more gold in one pack? I did not. Most I got in a pack was 1 diamond or 1 gold. We're down to Bobby, Road Soda, Sean, Skep, I Dub, Juice of Troy, Hero Driver, Let's Play 2, Dono, Iridescence, Def Not a Gnome, and GT Sundown. GT always guesses no on everything. He knows my pack luck. He's been watching me for enough to know that Lap does not get the pack luck when he's on stream. Off stream, I do much better, but on stream, poof. I swear they're using me as the token Canadian example that pack luck is not real for streamers. I can see them in their head office. Hey guys, we're getting a lot of complaints about all these streamers pulling really good cards. They think we have something to do with it. So you know what? We need to show them that does not exist. You know what? That there's this Canadian. He streams 4 days a week. You know, he pulls packs. We could use him as the example. Turn down his pack luck. Give him the odd gold. You know, give him the odd diamond once in a while. Throw in a combinator. But that's it. Nothing else. Right. Deal. Oh, you did say yes on the combinator. That is one area I have done well on is combinators. Not good combinators, but combinators. So I think we're going to eliminate GT here. Will I pull a combinator? No. So here you go. If you answered no, 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 you are still in the in the competition. Bobby, Sean, iDub, Juice of Troy, Let's Play 2, Dono, and Iridescence are left. Next question. The first diamond card, this could do it because it was a historical. Third baseman, Tommy Harper. Only 8 people chose historical. So how many of the remaining teams? There were 2. We are down to Bobby G or Chalkers and Sean 773. The 2 remaining contestants. The first Blue Jay card, it was an iron. It was a live iron. 15 guessed that one. Will we need to go to a tiebreaker? Dun, 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 dun. Zoom in a little bit. They both guessed iron. Ooh. All right, make it official. So now we go to the first tiebreaker. Closest over or under. What will be the very first card we see on screen? It was a 52. 2 people did pick 52. Will it be Chalkers or will it be Sean? There's a 4 and there's a 5. The question is it a high 4? Because the 4 could still win this. $46 and $52. There's a 6 difference. There's only a 4 difference here. So congratulations go out to today's winner, and that will be Sean 773. Sean, if you're in the chat, congratulations. Give you a little bit of color here. There you go. Sean 773. So your OOTP username is Sean 773. So that's pretty easy. SHNUN as opposed to Sean Sull, who is a WN. So Boomsticks is our bounty winner. Sean773 is our pack winner of 10 packs. Machia Pets won 5 packs for the early bird. And the last giveaway we have to do is this one here. So give you a couple more minutes for the late bird draw, exclamation enter, exclamation tickets. If you haven't entered, and Dr. Dynastic, if you're in listening range, feel free to fire up anytime in the next 5 to 10 minutes. We can raid over a little early today for your pregame Monday night show. Again, you can get your Twitch drops from OOTP Development's official stream at 7 p.m. Eastern. Dr. Dynastic will be presenting Monday Night Baseball at 7 p.m. Eastern. And then EVC will be on to give the theme team update after that. And a lot of action coming on later today. Right, let's do that. Do that. Spam a bronze tournament. I know you can't see it right now, but just me spamming a bronze tournament. All right, let's do our draw. Close off the entry in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Closed. 40 entries, 5 packs. Please whisper me if you're the winner. One more time. Let's give it the draw. Well, synchronicity, take a drink. This manager is in my packs only league right now in my division. Johnny P7, send me a whisper. You got 5 minutes to do it, my friend. Otherwise, we'll draw another name. Hopefully, you're within listening range. So again, one more time, packs only. Let's shout out our winners on Sunday. Yesterday, our packs only champion was just a bit outside, winning the Iron League. Merv Rettenmund was the MVP of the World Series. They took out Bluff's Banana Stand 4-1 in the Iron playoffs. Congratulations. Just a bit outside on your first packs only championship. And our first gold winner in our leagues was B. Phil B. Congratulations. Back to back to back. Bronze, silver, and now you're a gold champion. You're becoming a legend in packs only. And Chase Utley was the MVP of the World Series. Again, well fought out series with Don't Cut the D Block Dragon. It went 7 games. We will see D Block back, I'm sure, many times in the championship circle here. But both of those teams will be going on to Diamond now, representing us as packs only players. B. Phil B, Cedar Dog, Don't Cut the D Block Dragon, and Fussmucker 3 are up in Diamond. Again, our fire poll of the week was B. Phil B, who pulled the perfect Luke Appling and the 98 Diamond Jake McGee, again, in one pack last week. And we are currently sitting at 110 teams in pack only. If you want to become a pack only team and you have not bought any card on the card shop for any reason, join the Discord and you can sign up there. And B. Phil B, I see, is in the chat. So good to have you here. Congratulations. You got all split up, yeah. Unfortunately for Diamond, the friend list did not work well. Okay, we got a little bit of time. So I'm just seeing if my theory of pulling on stream changes. I wasn't planning on opening any packs for the Gladiators, but I have a lot of them. Jackie Robinson Day is coming up. I've got lots of packs. Let's see if in 12 packs I can get something. Let's see. 12 packs. Come on. See if we can get something. 1 pack. 2 packs. 3. 4. Oh, yeah, we got something all right. 5. 6. Yeesh. 7. 4 more to go. I'm going down till I have 300 left. And watch. Off stream, I'm going to pull 10 packs. And watch me post 3 perfects in the Discord. All right, 1 more to go on my Rocky Mountain Gladiators. And a few silver historicals, but nothing that we can celebrate. Missions, didn't complete any there. And currently this team is in bronze right now and 8-3 record in bronze behind the Nova Wildcats. Ouch. They look like they're going to be a tough team to beat. Yeah, D-Block, thanks. Thanks for the horseshoes, but man, just horrible. Horrible. Okay, let's go check in on the 5L. Should be nearing the finish here. Let's sign up. Quick spam, another bronze tournament. I did update my bronze team yesterday. And Lap, did that work? Well, let me show you. Let's see. Bronze. So I updated it about halfway through. Yeah. So winner, winner, winner. And then today, second place, second place. So I'll take that. Updating my bronze team. And in the last, 12 tournaments, what do we got? 3 wins and a couple second place finishes. So it seems to have worked so far. And how about the daily? Who beat me in round 1 this time? I always lose in round 1, usually in 7 games. Who took me out? There it is, round 1. Those Mill Basin Yankees and Rich Rock. Mind you, when you lose to Rich Rock, that you can't feel bad about that. Rich Rock is one of the top teams in the 5L and 6L. They're hunting me down in the 6L for the overall lead. Look at the overall. Where are we? We are currently in the finals, it looks like. So our 4-point getters today, Makadkar and his Yahi beat the UVM Cats to advance to the finals. And Chess Safari, all right. Anytime I see someone in chat make it to the finals, we got to give them a second cheer. What can we give them as a second cheer? Well, Chess just likes a good yell here. We'll give him this one. Yes, Safari and Makadkar, 2 followers of the channel, going to the finals, and it goes 7 games. We are done. Chess win game 1. Makadkar wins games 2 and 3. Chess will come back and win games 4 and 5. And then Makadkar takes game 6, 3-2 in 13 innings. lead. And Chess Safari would lose it in games number 6 and 7. Thanks, D-Block. I don't know why I was on mute there. Weird. I did not push mute. So again, shout out to Chess Safari and Makadkar making the finals there. And go 7 games. Mark Gubiza will be your MVP. 63 bronze card. Not the profile I would typically look for in a pitcher. Goes 3-1 with a 1.43 ERA. So again, congratulations to our 4 placers today. Makadkar will get 4 points. Chess Safari will get 3 points. 2 points will go to the UVM Cats, and 1 point will go to the Cub Fan Steve Rhino team. Okie dokie. Last thing we're going to do here, guys, I'm going to draft my 6L. Again, currently I have the lead in the 6L tournament with, I think, 8 points. I do draft 6L much differently than the 5L because in the 6L, home runs highly favor the right-handed hitters. So a lot of home run hitters for the right-handers. BABIP's pretty neutral. And then we do have a lot of extra base hits too. So I look for right-handers with gap power, right-handers with home run ability, and then pitchers that can suppress the righties. So there definitely is a little bit more strategy going into this. This is 1993. So your lefties are still going to hit some home runs, but those righties should mash. All right. I cannot pass up on this guy. He's a right-handed hitter. He's got power. He's got eye. He's got gap power. He's got BABIP. I think this is a shape that D-Block really likes. So D-Block, we got to take Miguel. Hank also is a right-handed hitter who's got power. He's got eye. He's got gap power. So you would think in this park, this would be a guy that you want to put into your lineup in 1993. But I got to do some due diligence and take a look if there's anyone else. Compare these two players. Definitely like Hank better. But you want to, especially for your 1 free silver round, you want to look for that outstanding pitcher. And now Ross, Ross is a good pitcher, but not for 1990. That home run suppression is just way too low for 1990. So we are avoiding him. Anything before 1990, I would like this shape. But not during 1990. Don't like relievers in silver. They probably won't get enough playing action. Cliff Chambers, if he had more control, I would probably take him. But yeah, I think it's an easy decision here. We're going Miguel and Hank Aaron. 2 mashers. That's definitely going to help the team. 2 guys that can hit home runs as a right-handed hitter. Now, again, this is different from the 5L because it is the 1990s. So you do want some power, some eye, some gap power. But I'm not going to pass up on Mike Andrews. I think Mike Andrews is another no-brainer. I know a lot of people like Vince DiMaggio for the defense in center field. He does have some power, does have some eye. The winner of today's Guess the Packs, Guess the Cards was Sean773. So Captain didn't quite make it today. But hey, tomorrow you get to see Ken Griffey Jr. Cal Ripken Jr. in the Matrix. That's a win. Gary Sanchez is a righty with power and eye, so he's a possibility. Matt Stairs is a lefty, so I'm going to avoid him. So it comes down to Gary Sanchez and Vince DiMaggio. And I think I'm going to go with the defense because power era, a lot of fly balls. You want a good defender out there, 99 range for a bronze card who also has some gap power, some speed. So I think he can play in 1990. So I'm going to go with Mike and with Vince. Wanted to go out for dinner? You swung by and got her dinner? Well, how nice of you. So I'm liking my first four: Mike Andrews, Miguel Sano, Hank Aaron, and Vince DiMaggio. I think that's a solid four to start. We got to look for some bronze pitchers. I don't mind Jake Westbrook. Jake is okay. Profile kind of fits. This profile, I'm going to go with this one. Even though the control's bad, I like that home run suppression in 1990. He's got some stamina. Control, he might walk a few people, but I'd rather have him walk the odd person because he doesn't give up a lot of hits, doesn't give up a lot of home runs. So you just got to avoid him walking 3 or 4 in a row. So I'll take that chance. Unless this guy's better. Okay, he is. 1990, he is better. He's got more control and more home run suppression. This is for 1990. This might be my perfect profile for a bronze card. I like that. Chuck Stobbs and Westbrook. Choi, is he a righty? Forgot to check that with Mike Andrews. Yeah, he's a righty. Okay. Switch hitter, power, eye, gap power, first baseman. I use him in my bronze quick, so we're going to use him here. And let's check out second baseman, power, eye, gap power. Oh, yeah. Already have a second baseman, though. He can play short, but not very well. Do I want to chance it? You know what? We're going to take him anyway. We'll see where everything fits at the end. Good, hazy_14. You just unlinked your theme team and linked it to your packs only team. Well, hopefully at some point you can play both leagues because both are very fun to do, packs only and theme team, but glad to have you on board. Tom Tresh, I like Tom Tresh. He's a switch hitter, got power, got eye, play many positions. And I would take Varsho, but he's a lefty, and lefties don't do well in this park. I think we'll go with Wang. Yep, we got some Wang. Tom Wang, what we're going with. This, I feel really good about this team here. I'm not going to lie to you. I feel good about this team. Oh, yeah, bring it. 1990s. I know you don't have a lot of stuff, but everything else is really good. Nope. Lefty. Billy Hatcher's a righty. Forget these live cards. Sometimes there's a sneaky good live card here. We'll just go with straw, just mini positions. Well, enjoy packs only. I hope to see you in the winner circle quite a bit. Let's go Charlie O'Brien. He's got power and he's got eye. And he's a good catcher. And was it Kenny? Nope. Ooh, 38 control. See, that's too low for me. I do not want to gamble with a starter with that low control. Reliever, I would gamble a little bit more. Dick. Nope. Nope. Well, I think we go with Kenny. No, let's go with the shortstop, Eddie Milner. Yeah, power, some eye. Second base, shortstop. Yeah, let's go with him. Again, much different than how I would draft the 5L, where I would look at both lefties and righties. Woody Held, I think, is a must-have for this environment. Plus, he can play many positions. Now I got to start getting some pitchers. Not the best, but might be the best of what's showing. Dave Nicholson's really good. He's a right-handed batter. Power eye. Yeah, let's take him. Okay, definitely need some pitchers now, even if they're not great. Only got 4. Home run suppression's good. Yeah, you're a reliever. Nope. You gotta, in this tournament, you gotta have home run suppression because against the righties, they're gonna crush you. I do not want any pitcher in the yellow or orange. Lonnie Chisenhall, okay, we'll take you. Right-handed, Bob Musial. Power, not a lot of eye, got gap power, got some speed. Should play okay in this park. Do need 11 pitchers, though. How many more cards do I have? 2, 4, 6. I've got to take all pitchers. Sorry, Bob. 1, 2. Double check. No. 11 pitchers at least in 1990. In a best of 7, yeah, you kind of want 11 pitchers. All right, every card's going to be a pitcher here. 1. Ooh, I do need one more catcher, unfortunately. 2. Okay, 2 more rounds. Do need another catcher, so let's take Austin. And Blake. Yeah. Control. No. Nope. I guess it's got to be Blake. He's the best of the worst. And 2 more cards, 2 pitchers. John, yes, so far. Zach, no. So I'm definitely going to have control issues. A lot of control issues here. But I think my hitters can rival anyone. Okay, what do we got for pitchers? We have plenty. 5, 12 pitchers. Good. Middle relief. Use more often. And hitter wise, look at this. Look at that power. Every batter except for one is a righty or switch hitter. Power, eye, gap. So for this ballpark, which favors right-handed gap power hitters, I think that's a pretty good hitting lineup. Good, good. Fine-tune that a little bit later. Someone bought the Manny Ramirez card you wanted to buy with your diamond payout while you were asleep. Ooh. Well, I think this week there's going to be a lot of packs ripped. Once Jackie comes out, there'll be a lot of packs ripped, and I think you'll have plenty of opportunities to get that Manny Ramirez. This is going to be a busy pack ripping week. Busy, busy. Everyone wants that ultimate Jackie Robinson that likely is coming very soon. Laszlo, yeah, this you want to save it. I posted this in my Discord, but see if I can find it here. Was it here? No. Was it here? Nope. Let's see if I can find it. No big deal. Just posted that last year there were 6 Jackie Robinsons, 3 that were in packs, iron, bronze, silver, and 3 Jackie Robinsons that were gold, diamond, and perfect that you had to finish or you had to get by completing missions. So don't know what they're going to do this year. You might have to complete missions. You might get some packables. Will there be 6 again like last year, 1 at every level? We don't know. But save those packs because if it's going to be a good Jackie, whatever level it is, it's going to be a good Jackie. And it may replace the Chase Utley that is kind of the meta second baseman right now. So good luck in that pack ripping. And I think, yeah, that's going to be a wrap for today, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in one more time. Tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern, please join me and Don't Cut the D Block Dragon as we will be in the classroom once again for some tutorials on how you as a new player can improve your play, some of the things you should be looking out for, some of the little strategies to get more perfect points, to get more packs, especially as a free-to-play player. So tune in tomorrow. We got a big lesson planned for you, 1 p.m. Eastern, plus some more giveaways. We have the early bird giveaway. I start at 12:30. So if you want to get involved in that early bird giveaway, be here right at the beginning of the show. And again, Twipped in the Matrix. We have Addie Joss. We have Kel Ripken Jr. in the Matrix tomorrow, along with one of last week's Twipped cards, which we will announce tomorrow as well. Thank you so much for the gift subs from Captain Kegleg, from D King 395. Thanks for those of you that contributed today. That's all the emotes. Again, this is a pleasure being able to come to you guys 4 days a week. Be kind to yourself, be kind to others, help where you can, take what you need. Again, a lending hand, a smile, opening of a door, buying someone a coffee, especially if it's me behind you in line. I would appreciate any coffee. Thank you, guys. Be kind to yourself, be kind to others. It is a great day for baseball. Monday baseball. Go support your favorite team. We're going to look for someone to raid into. Dr. Dynastic has just fired up, so we're going to raid over to him. Don't touch that dial. As I always say, we're here for a good time, not a long time on this planet. So have a good time. The sun can shine every day. See you next episode.
tears. Every now and then it's gonna rain. We're here for a good time, not a long time. So have a good time. The sun can't shine every day. We're here for a good time, not a long time. So have a good time. The sun can't shine every day. So have a good time. The sun can't shine every day.